Oh yeah, it was because I sent you one earlier.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm live now. I better go on YouTube, I suppose. Now, there's a few things I gotta do. 165 subscribers, gaming stream. Woo! 104, 20 hours ago. Twitter. Alright. Actually, I'll post up on Facebook. Yo, Brody. Hi, Num. Okay, now, okay, guys, just because I got you guys here, do not mention anything about Aussie Tiger. If he comes in the chat, do not give him the satisfaction. If we have to block him or hide him, we'll hide him, but do not give him the satisfaction for attention. Hi, TJ. Because the last thing you want is him to come into the chat and know that he can have a reaction out of people. So the more you do, the worse it gets. And I also got Sean in the chat as well, guys. So if you guys wanna,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying if he comes in the chat, do not mention his name. If you want to delete it, that's fine, Brody, but do not mention his name. If he comes in the chat and causes trouble, let him. If we have to block him, we'll block him. If we... Yeah, that's it. Just no attention. Because that's what he wants at the end of the day, guys. He just wants the attention. Oh, Brody says hello to you, Sean.
Yeah, I'm just getting YouTube up now. Yeah, hey, Brody.
I sure better put your link in my chat, I suppose. And so, yeah, guys, you guys are... I'm sorry to have this as a rule, but it's just for the best. I'm not too sure at this point, to be honest. Hi, Bella. Hello, Grace. All 4 people in the chat. Hi, Bella. Okay, let's see what we can do. Maybe another day.
And hello from
good.
Saudi Arabia. We find ourselves today at the...
Actually.
King Fahd Stadium in the city of Riyadh. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and my partner, ready to bring you all the analysis and technical talk, is Stuart Robson. And coming up for you, pre-season group stage action from the Asian Elite Cup. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Well, thanks, Derek. Now it's time to see whether this initial fitness training and development of tactics has been successful. Will there be any change of formations? These games are great to assess how these teams are evolving.
Might be able to get in behind the defence. And whipped into the box. Well, clattered away. Good tackle. Well, we've been following the changes at the club with a good deal of interest. New manager at the helm. Obviously all smiles and handshakes before kick-off. But you do feel, don't you, it's vital he gets off to a quick start.
Well, as with any new manager...
Oh, wait a moment, Stuart. Look at what's happening. Real chance. Oh, not to be. An opportunity wasted early in the game.
Well, maybe it's come a little bit too early, Derek. But that's a wasteful finish.
See what we can do.
Plenty of room in the wide area. Will he play it in? Not what he was intending. Bad pass. He's beaten his man. Inside he goes.
Oh, here we go.
Difficult to stop him. But options at the back post here.
Ooh.
And nodding it just over the top.
I choose Nick Dacos.
Take it away. Well, the attacking options appear plentiful.
Hi, Shannon.
Under real pressure defensively.
Got it.
Will they pay the price? And there it is, the opening goal, 1-0, and they'll feel they deserve it.
Well, just look at this. It's a good finish and reward for their pressure. They really have controlled this game.
Nah, because I think Nick Dacos is going to be gone.
So
Hi,
underway
Sharon.
again here, 1-0 the score. Fluency of movement. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Oh, there it is! A back and forth sort of match. Now they're level again. The lead lasted nearly minutes.
Well, here we can see it again, and it's all about the pace of the passing. One touch, slick movement, and once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Back underway.
Not pretty much.
Level pegging. 1 goal apiece in this game. A good and fair challenge. Well, he's got plenty of space on the flank here. Dead air. Can he make it count? The game has been turned on its head. They have never stopped believing.
Oh, Josh Dacos.
No,
Ooh,
makes
4
sense.
people in chat.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Brillante. I must say this looks promising. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack.
Oh, so they actually removed the dislikes. They actually did do it in the end.
What with mine?
This looks interesting. Well, nothing productive.
Because I've seen 1 or 2 videos now, and it has just like the dislike on it.
Hmm.
So they're not displaying the number of dislikes anymore. Because you haven't changed anything in your settings, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay. I'll look anyway, just in my sub feed, just to see if it's the same.
I don't think you'll reach 400 games, but potentially you could.
And as a play it goes, throw in coming up here.
Oh yeah, so how's Graz going to do his tournament now? Because they won't show the dislikes.
Did I remove the dislikes on my videos?
Yeah. Yeah, they've removed it on yours. We'll hit 400 again.
Oh, which one was it?
What's that? What's up?
Which video was it that had dislikes?
No, it wasn't like you had dislikes. They've taken the ability for people to see how many dislikes you have.
No, I can still see it on mine.
Yeah, so if you're a content creator, you can see it on like if you go behind the scenes or behind the curtain, so to speak. The content creator can see it, but the people watching the video can't because it's not displayed. It just says dislike next to how many have liked it. Which is so, like, yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned or had. I don't know if I've had my opinion on it, but yeah, basically, like, not letting people know how many dislikes you have, I think it's just, at the end of it, I think it's just pathetic, really.
And the referee spotted the foul, but has played advantage. Well, letting it continue to see if in fact there was an advantage.
That's it, Mikey.
Free kick. Well, he's gone into the book.
Well, he was late and he deserved a booking for that.
Well, on mine,
What's that?
Graz can still see the dislikes.
Okay. Maybe it's only just updated just now.
An effective challenge. Bodies forward and the break looks on. And possibilities here.
But yeah, basically any
Level it. Oh, and the keeper with an important save. How important is that?
Well, he should score from there. That's a wasted
Yeah,
opportunity.
every video I'm looking at the moment has dislikes and not the number of dislikes.
And slipped through beautifully. He just needs to stay level-headed now.
Oh, you still. Oh, shit, it's
Well,
crappy out
that's just
again.
a wonderful save. How did he stop that?
Now sending it in. No nonsense clearance. Just the challenge that was required.
Alright, I should be back. Am I all good?
Yep.
The first
I
time
hate this capture card so much.
You certainly have got to give this man high marks for his work up to this point, Stuart.
Well, it's been an incredible performance from him. Clearly the difference between the two sides.
So then,
Obviously
because you don't have a computer, are you able to see the dislikes at least on your phone or something?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, okay. So,
I don't know about yours.
Oh, that's actually a good point. I'll have a look.
No, you can still see
Yeah,
it.
is it? You sure?
Yeah.
So is this a me issue then, is it?
Difficult to stop him. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. This is looking threatening. Real chance. And it's in.
2-0 to
This
all.
is turning out to be.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
Not many sides would have the mental strength to bounce back from adversity like this team. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. And he read it superbly. Great challenge. He got nothing but ball. Denner. Excellent vision. Now can they
Hey,
counter
Tom.
clinically?
Oh, Tom, seems you in the chat. If a particular person comes in, ignore him, don't mention his name. If we need to block him or if we need to time him out or hide him, we'll hide him. But don't mention don't mention that person's name because now it's he's getting all the attention. He wants a reaction out of people. So yeah, well, let's not just give it to him because then that person will piss off.
Well, offside, but a tight call.
Well, that was really close. It was almost.
That's gonna be all of my strength from now on, guys. So I want you to remember that. I'm not gonna. You know who it is? Yeah, let's not mention his name when he comes in. We know what this type of person he is. So let's just ignore it.
Too impatient there. He doesn't need to make his movement quite so early.
Defensive efficiency personified. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Well, nicely cut. Out.
Because if I wanted to get somewhere,
Lucas.
I can't afford to get angry and respond to him.
Moving the ball effectively. Norwich Musona. Can he put it away? And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved! Well, the action underway once more. And no shortage of entertainment. 3-2. Well, he's given us away.
Alright, cool.
Now, what can they do from here?
Alright, there you go. TJ's backing me up on that one. He can't see the dislike on
Well,
it
you
either.
have to say, he's going to be very cross with himself.
So the whole dislike thing, they've obviously implemented it now. It's just that some are receiving it sooner than others, I guess.
20 minutes remaining.
Yeah, so the creator will be able to see it on the back end, but the people that are watching the videos, they won't be able to
And he might be through here.
they won't be able to see how many dislikes there are. So if a game comes out and it's absolutely trash,
Yeah, I
people
can see
dislike it. We're not going to know
online.
if it's what the reaction is. Which
You know what, I can see why, because then people are going to go, okay, we're going to dislike for the sake of it. Because you will get those type of people.
but that's the thing. That's not everybody though. Like, yeah, you might have people like that, but to say that's the majority, I think that's.
Yeah, I know. I can see why they've done that.
This might be ideal for the counter.
Well, I know why they've done that, because they want to spread positivity and
This attack looks highly
they
promising.
want everybody to be quote unquote happy on the platform.
Fantastic goalkeeping to
And
get
they don't want to
the
be pissing off the
danger.
people that are advertising on YouTube, so they want to advertise to. Well, they want to appeal to the advertisers, so YouTube can get the money in, so it can pay its
Played
creators.
over. It comes to absolutely nothing.
But then on top of it too, you've got YouTubers who make videos that are not
Options in the middle.
Yep.
doing the right thing, or
And they need to get tighter here.
YouTubers that will be in quote unquote
They're really sticking
scandals,
to their task
and
defensively.
for them
Well, the
to
counter chance looks
weather the
very
storm,
real.
for them to just hide the dislikes, or for the dislikes to not be a thing.
It has to be.
People are not going to know what's going on. Because sometimes as well, sometimes if you see a lot of dislikes,
Look at their support.
you question it, so you go, hang on, what's the go here, why is this guy getting disliked a lot? And then you find out, oh, this dude's just, trying to think for an example.
I did see his
Like,
comment.
oh yeah, no, this dude's not what he's advertising stuff to be. And then, and in actual fact, the person's not a good person or whatever.
Oh, good, TJ. Yeah. Apparently Nick Dacos is getting criticism for his comments today.
I know, and it's so baffling to me why people criticize him over it too. Because are you thinking what I'm thinking you're talking about?
What's that?
The fact how he's like, oh, like I really wanted to go pick one because, and I'm actually really disappointed that the Giants, weren't going to pick him to pick two. And people were like upset about him for that. And it's like clearly like whoever gets upset at that clearly has never played anything competitive in their life. Or if they have, they've never been good at it. Like, I'm sorry, but like if you've done something and you've done something to the best of your ability, or you've done it to a good standard, especially when you're going to be at the very least the top 5 picks in the draft. As a player, you want to be the best there is and the best there was.
Yeah,
Want to
you
be
do.
number one. That's the mentality. It's not to say, oh, screw Collingwood, I want them to pay full price for me. It's got nothing to do with that.
Yes.
Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have.
Oh, Sam Welsh and Connor.
Well, as you can see,
How does it make him
there's
arrogant?
so much
He's
talent.
not arrogant. Oh, that's the thing, he's not.
So athletic.
I know.
That's a
Some
dynamic striker.
Like-
idiots out there. Some people.
I swear, some of these people on Twitter have never played sport or have done nothing competitive in their life. Like, seriously. And like,
Thank you for the people that's watching the streams tonight. You guys have been pretty good.
Could cross it in here.
Excuse me. Just remember to keep it banter only, and
Good work to win it
Let's-
back high up the pitch.
yeah, certainly keep it
Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
as easy as possible. You can say that.
Could be on for him here.
Steady, balance, and shoots.
Exceptional performance this. Forward to the good now.
oh, and Dead Stall's coming out tonight too.
They're so quick to get out from the back.
And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
Well, Derek, what a good performance that was. They did most things right, and their attacking play was inventive and had a real cutting edge. That was a really dominant display from them today.
Well, there's a sound reason why we're focusing on him. He's made his presence felt in attack, Stuart.
Well, he gave that back
Yeah,
by
like
control
I
time,
don't
didn't he?
understand
He was
when
far
people
too
are
sharp for
saying
them,
like
always looking to play on the shoulder, took his
when
goals well
people
too.
I don't know
Could
if
be
it's
the
just
difference
people
maker
are
today.
just like jeez, I need to probably watch what I say with this. Like I just don't understand where people are coming from when it comes to like with what Nick Dacos said. Because all he basically says, like, all he was basically trying to say is that, like, I've worked extremely hard to get onto a list, like, onto an AFL list. And if I'm gonna do it, I want to be the best person that's on an AFL list. Because
Yeah,
that's the
you do.
competitive spirit, that's him being competitive. That's what's gonna make him a good footballer, so the fact that people are... And then there were some people, that were trying to quote unquote expose like Collingwood supporters where there was a picture where it was like it had like Collingwood fans, Dacos is clearly going to be pick one, and then it was like article Dacos to be picked at pick 3 or 4. And then it's like yeah, and then Collins was yeah that's awesome, and then it'd be like Nick Dacos, hey, I want to be pick 1, and then it was the surprise like, and then they had the Collingwood supporters, and then they had the picture of the surprised Pikachu face. But I think every Collingwood supporter I've spoken to, like, we're not surprised about this. We're actually like over the moon. The fact that we're going to get him, like, there's every chance that we'll probably get him at pick 4. And even so, even if, and then there's a potential as well, like people not even looking at this. With Kalatumi, Kev, do you know who he had Gold Coast picking at pick 4?
Hello, Devin. I'm good. Nick Dacos or
No. I'll tell you, he had Mac Andrew selected. But like he thinks Gold Coast are gonna go after Mac Andrew. If that's the case, what is Mac Andrew, Kevin?
isn't he a pick?
Is he a ruckman?
Yeah.
So when it comes to list needs, is that what clubs go after first, above everything else?
They normally go after midfielders, but yeah, I would go after
Well, no,
ruckman.
well it's normally like list needs. So if they need a defender, forward, ruckman, whatever, they go after what they need first. Unless if the talent is like far and beyond what they're about to pick. So if Gold Coast are going to pick Mac Andrew and he's a ruckman, what are the chances that Gold Coast don't even give two shits about Dacos as well? And then Dacos slips all the way down to pick 5. Just putting that out there.
Oh God, Jesus.
And then who's next? Adelaide. I think he had Josh Rochelle, which they say he's a forward, but I think he's like one of those like mid forwards. I think from memory. So I could see like if he slips down to Adelaide, Adelaide would definitely bid for him because Dacos would be so much better than Rochelle. And then it's also the similar type of player that they want to get to.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, they could, but haven't they come out and said that they're not going to do that though?
Yeah, but can you truly trust off Melbourne?
I mean, after the Hugh Greenwood, not really. After the whole Hugh Greenwood debacle. Debacle, is that the right word for it? I'm kind of less confident on now, but they have said that they want to give the number 1 pick to a guy that's actually going to be in their club, and they want to naturally celebrate the number 1 pick. So that would have me to believe that they won't be going after him. And they've already spoken to Horn Francis so much at this point anyway. So, and especially with Horn Francis, he'll be the same as Dacos. He'll probably want to go number one anyway. So he definitely would have made that clear to North as well. So
yeah, that's it. Oh,
yeah.
fuck else.
I think worst case scenario. I think at this point, I think he goes 3. Ideally, because of from what we've read, he'll probably go 4.
God.
But don't rule out him going at pick 5. But yeah, after when you get to Adelaide, Adelaide's looking for that midfielder anyway. Because Josh Rochelle, he's basically, yeah, I know it says he's a forward, but I'm pretty sure he's like, I think he's a forward that goes into the midfield. I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah, the shining jewel as it's known. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical
There you go, someone in the comments is saying,
it's Stuart Robson, and we have more live action from the pre-season second group stage.
So he's probably that midfield.
Well, Derek,
He's probably that hybrid of a
knockout
mid-forward.
stage, so we'll be looking for 3 points here today, and it may be pre-season, but there's still silverware on offer, and that will give them confidence going forward into the new campaign.
Superbly read and
Because he's not super tall, but I wouldn't imagine he'd be small either.
Yeah,
So he'd be like maybe 188 maybe. So he might be similar to like a Toby Green or something.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which
But
gives
yeah,
the keeper
I wouldn't
no
see him
chance.
slipping past Adelaide though. That even past Adelaide, that'd be crazy.
Oh, fuck it.
so the match is reached 1-0 here.
Should North have taken Adelaide's offer? Considering what we did last year in the draft,
And a
yes.
strong tackle.
Yeah.
Because at
But
least
then
it's-
again, but then again, in saying that, like,
Very quick thinking there.
I don't know, maybe from like a marketing point of view, it's really good to see, because as much as it's like,
A glorious chance. No
what's the word? As much as it's not sort of like, you know, you don't want to be celebrating the number 1 pick, because you know you don't want to be last every year on the ladder. But it is one of those things, you know, if you do have a bad year, sometimes it is good just to be like, hey, yeah, our year was shit and we finished last, but at least we can hold our head up and we've got the number 1 pick now. It's like a symbol of hope, basically, of things getting better soon. But
Rodriguez.
yeah, I don't know. I think just with the fact of how,
Well, he's won the ball.
I guess just with the fact how
This looks
how we
threatening.
did with
Big opportunity. Oh, it's in.
how it was
A
called with
two-goal cushion now, and the lead
what a
flying out.
goal.
Well, just look at how poor the defending is here, but I have to say...
Oh, hi,
it's still a
Lynx.
very tidy
Lingsley,
finish.
how are
Really
you, mate?
assured there.
So 2-0 now. Well, he went
Oh.
strongly into the challenge, and the result is a throw-in.
Now, if a certain somebody comes in the stream, let him, don't panic, don't give him a reaction or anything like that. Just let him do whatever he wants. If it comes down to it, we'll time him out and hide him. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Good looking ball in behind. Oh, it was a close run thing, but the goalkeeper just got there first. Cruz. Alert defending.
What is some ice cream?
Oh yeah, so are you watching the draft tomorrow?
Yeah. What time does it start?
That is a good question. I have no idea. I'll have a look.
Can he play it in? No problems for the keeper.
I'll go in between Sean's and Super League stream.
They need to get tighter. And that's fantastic goalkeeping to get across and deal with the
No, I
danger.
won't be. I can't stream it now because
Playing it short. Played into the centre.
yeah,
Well, the clearance,
I'll be watching it,
half-hearted.
but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Problem solved for now.
Yeah.
And the counter looks on here. Options
I
available.
just won't be.
Will they profit from this situation?
I won't be able to do it from the live stream because I'll be
And cleared away.
I'll have too many responsibilities,
Good
too
use of
much.
advantage. The referee allowing play to continue. And with that, they attack.
Yeah,
This
it
is
wouldn't be
that.
professional if I was to watch it in the way of like live streaming it, if that makes any sense. But I will be watching it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good technique displayed. As clean as a whistle, that challenge. The delivery towards the back post. Well, it's offside, and maybe his game awareness deserted him.
Well, it was really good play out wide, but it counts for nothing.
It is on
As you
KO,
said, Derek,
awesome.
he showed a lack of awareness there.
7 o'clock it starts on KO.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
the other thing as well too, Cal Toomey, I think it was Cal Toomey? He also,
Well, it wasn't quite the quality
there
of
was
shot
3
they were
players he also
anticipating.
mentioned that we could be going after in the draft
Throw
too.
in
They were
forthcoming.
more like later picks.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only thing is that we don't know. Like 2 of them, I've tried to look for highlights of them, and I couldn't find it.
Going well,
But I did find highlights of one of them.
and he does.
But basically, all 3 of them were like key defenders,
The
basically.
belief is back. Well, as they kick
And the
off
one I
again,
could get highlights for,
state
he's
of
a
affairs.
defender for Williamstown, Charlie Dean.
Super tackle, and they've won possession.
He's also, in terms of getting roughies rolled, he's a tad undersized in my
Krishna.
opinion, because he's 195 centimeters. But
The attack continues. They're making considerable progress.
I mean, he seems like a good kid, and he seems like he could be something if he puts his,
Well, he was dreaming
puts
of
his
scoring.
mind
but
to
ruled
it. So
offside.
we'll just
It
see.
all happened very quickly, so I
If
wouldn't
we get a
criticise him
second
too much.
round,
At
we
least he was
could
in there.
get Jesse Morton Butler. I know for a fact we're definitely interested in Jesse Motlop, so
Gabby
maybe
Shaw.
that's the reason why we're gonna get a draft pick in the second round, because now there's been a few key defenders
Save right out of the top drawer.
that are probably gonna go around the 3rd or 4th round.
actually, yeah.
That we're kind of interested in. So, and it's probably better too because there's a lot more
And the
to choose from
one
in terms of
additional
small
minute.
forwards than there are key defenders. Because I've noticed when it comes to the draft,
And just failing
you've
to
either
bend the
got,
run enough. And the flag has
you
been
know, when it
raised.
comes to key defenders, you've either got just really, really good ones that are within the top 20, or you've got guys that are like, mid fourth round or something along those lines. Like there's not a lot in between that.
And there it is, the half-time whistle.
There's like maybe 2 or 3 between pick 20 and like maybe 45, 50.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot more small forward types. So we'll see.
The two teams have switched around and are ready.
And don't forget too, if Yusuf Dib slides down to the 4th round, like you can bet your ass we're picking him up.
Oh shit, yeah.
Krishna. They know they need to stop him.
Oh, the other thing I do also want to get into as well,
Terrific block.
because I have heard a few people like talking about it, and it was just a sense of when it comes to Dib, people were saying, oh, it's like going to be so much harder for us to get Dib now. And in a sense, especially with the live trading, before the live trading, I probably would have, potentially I could have agreed with people like that. But now the fact that we've got live trading, and plus because we've had live trading for a couple of years now, you'd be surprised how much clubs actually talk and how certain clubs can read other clubs' minds when it comes to who they want and where certain players are going to be ranked, if that makes any sense.
No shortage of goals. 3-1 as things stand.
So as long as we have the picks to go up and down the draft, yeah, you'd be surprised
Rodriguez.
on what we can do when it comes to, yeah, there's a lot more stability when it comes to
Well, it's one pass after another.
getting certain players if the club genuinely wants them, if they have the capacity
Well, if they
to
can
get them
just get
from
one,
picks.
it will certainly make it
Because
interesting.
we can always trade a future pick if we need to.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright guys, I'm just gonna get like something to cool down with. It's a bit warm in here.
Extremely sloppy in possession.
I'm starting to nearly fall asleep.
Rodriguez. Krishna.
I think just hitting 7:30 now.
Players waiting in the centre. Well, he's lost the ball. Might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. There's a slide rule pass, but no.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have some ice cream. I will be back. I'm just a bit sleepy at the moment. Just trying to stay awake. I got a drink, but it's starting to get a bit warm. Might get myself another drink on the way back. I'm gonna have my quick ice cream and I'll come back. Nearly now. It's about 49 minutes.
Well, it was close and it is offside.
Yeah,
It's
because
got that
I was about to
absolutely
say,
right.
like, just to...
They decided that now is the time to go to the bench.
No, just leave it, it's all good.
And very deftly cut out.
Well, tonight's been very good, I have to admit. No trouble so far.
Still danger here.
Oh, what a shot. Now, did anyone see as well that Collingwood's got
To take on the shot from a difficult angle.
the grinds coming out for
Not a memorable effort,
this
though.
this
You
year?
have to question the decision-making there.
For next
He
year as
couldn't
well?
go back. The angle was always against him.
Here it is now, a substitution.
Well, so I'm sorry, I didn't hear that question.
Did you see
Intense pressure.
on Collingwood's app, right, that they've got the grind with
Yeah, apparently...
Fly
Oh,
and
is it
Reef?
out now?
Yeah, it's out now.
Well, they've won the ball back quickly.
Oh, there you go.
chance. That's a
Was
foul,
that-
and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick.
Six people in the chat. Oops.
Alright, cool, I'm watching it right now.
Well, he tried to get it to dip.
Yeah, I think it's Josh Dacos in there.
Right at the end of its flight.
Well, it's great technique.
Yeah,
He
they're showing
strikes it
fly at
so
the
cleanly,
moment,
it
or all
just
the
doesn't
coaching
come
group,
down
I
in
think.
time.
Fishing on a boat.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
A good and fair challenge.
Do you want to see Jaden Stevenson's interview too?
The outcome is a goal kick here.
What's that, sorry?
Did anyone see Jaden Stevenson's interview
He's making his presence felt.
on AFL Trading on Cooper Gretsch's live stream?
What an interview Jaden Stevenson did he?
Yeah. So he thanked Bucks for for the 3 years that he's got. He got some security as well. So he's on a 5-year deal at North.
He just seems to get his shots away so easily, and he's taking his
Yeah,
goals
that's the
really
one.
well. Brilliant stuff from him.
So is that the person's channel, their channel name as well?
Krishna.
AFL
An effective challenge.
trade thing. I'll send you the link.
Oh, that's a well-timed pass. Not to be this time.
Actually, yeah, that I've got. They got.
What did you do to have him block you, Tom?
Oh, mate. I don't mind him, to be honest, guys. I really don't mind him. The
Is it just
reason
me, or I find that it would be out of character for Tom to have someone block him.
I was gonna say, mate, what did you do?
So I'm like, it's either he said something really, really bad, or whatever he said was taken out of context, and it's nothing in between. Okay, there you go. I was meant to say, like, you couldn't have said anything bad. Okay, fair enough.
Do you want me to send it to you on Twitter?
Yeah, if you want to. Oh, do you want to talk about the cover art for Cricket 22?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I don't know if we spoke about that or not.
So why is it?
Oh, actually no. Now this rings a bell. Is that Cooper, the St Kilda fan?
Yeah.
I know exactly who that guy is. All right, now Now it rings a bell. All right.
How do you know?
Yeah, no,
It's a
that's
small
okay.
world.
now I understand why he probably blocked you, Tom. Because he would have probably said something. He probably would have said something in a bad light for St Kilda. Or like, it probably wouldn't even been a bad light. He just probably would have said, he probably would have said like St Kilda to finish like 10th on the ladder or some shit like that, and he would have probably blocked your ass.
And back with Williams.
Really?
No, like,
Krishna.
Yeah, he even got Sarah Ollie as well. She's pretty cute. Mate, even I would date her.
really, so Cooper got all those people.
Yeah. I shit you not, right? He gets interviews. He even had one with Fly.
Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
How is he getting these people? Because I was always of the assumption that he was just this. It wasn't that he was like a clown or anything like that, but like.
So
He
what
was
is he
always
like?
just a
Because
dude
I
that-
think he's a nice guy.
Can they convert?
I just always had the impression he was like way too like St Kilda based, and whenever he would say anything St Kilda, it was always like, oh, St Kilda gonna finish top 4, or St Kilda win the premiership, or like, you know, a St Kilda player to get Coleman, Brownlow, all this stuff. So like, I never had an issue with the guy, but I was always like, I never really
Fair enough.
cared to take his opinions like too seriously.
Have you seen his new T-shirts, his new merch?
Yeah, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, that's...
No, like, he is so known for, like... And there's, like, you don't even have to bag St Kilda. Like, you just have to say, like, hey, I don't think St Kilda are going to make finals this year. And he'll just go, yep, no, blocked. It's like, that's not that bad of a prediction. Like...
Because he hasn't blocked me on Facebook or YouTube. So you know him in real life. How is he in real life?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't know him at all. I've seen his posts on Facebook because I scroll down and...
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I actually see his posts actually, because I don't think I've liked his page or anything. Maybe I have, I just don't remember liking it or not, but I've seen some of his posts. Oh, maybe it's like the Nuppies Facebook page? Maybe that's where, because I know I like that Facebook page, so whenever, because he's always said some like outlandish things. So when it comes to the AFL, is it AFL Nuppies on Facebook?
Yeah.
He would always pop up in that from time to time, so maybe that's where maybe that's where I get his content from, which sounds so wild to me, because, yeah, if he wants to be like a credible sort of like source and journalist, having to wait for you to pop up on AFL Nuppies, yeah, I don't think that's a good look for you.
Alright guys,
But then again, I mean, like, yeah.
I'll be back when he's going to try something.
Yeah.
But we're going to have some ice cream. You guys talking between yourselves. I explained to Sean on what's happening as well. So guys, do not panic if a certain person is on. Just let it be. And let's, you know, if it needs to be blocked or hidden or timeout, then we'll do it.
Yep. Well, I tell you what though, like there are Carlton fans at the moment that are getting a bit out of control on Twitter. Like you have, it's so funny to me because you have Carlton supporters that think that they're going to make finals, but then are completely baffled by the fact that a Collingwood supporter is saying that Collingwood will make finals. It's like, where have you been for like the last 10 years to think that Carlton are going to make finals? At least compared to Collingwood, like. How many final series have we made since 2010? Like at least like what, 6? Who's MSF? That is true, Tom. That is very true. Yeah, no, out of all the supporter base, there's probably about 2 or 3 that are decent, and everyone else is, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. Ah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, no, if you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in. As I am happy to answer any questions, obviously AFL related, especially heading into the draft. Because yeah, that's not far away at all. Least favourite BBL team. Geez, I haven't thought about any other Big Bash team in a while. Brisbane Heat. I don't know if this is going to be a out of this world or out there opinion, but I don't really like Chris Lynn. I'm sure he's a fantastic guy, but every time I see him, he just sounds like the worst person. Well, not the worst person, but like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't understand his vibe, if that makes any sense. And he's very much like a. Oh, I know he's a good player. Like, I'm not going to say he's a terrible player. I just don't like him. And I feel like he's. It could also be the fact that the commentators get on him way too much too, and I just don't think he warrants. Like, when he gets going, he's fantastic, but as much as he gets going, he doesn't do. He has some innings where he doesn't do as well. Do I play Fortnite? I have played it before, but yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't. If I had the opportunity to boot it up right now, I wouldn't. It's okay, but it's just not for me, I guess. Darcy Short is the name. I don't mind Darcy Short, to be honest. I think he's alright. Oh, have I crapped out again? Yep. Alright, it should be back now. Oh, no. Maybe not. Settings are not going. Settings are not going off. Alright, is that better? Yeah, that should be better now. In fact, actually, I'll just dip out real quick, guys. I've actually, I don't have my phone on me at the moment, so I'll just go and get that real quick. We'll be back soon. Alright, I should be back now. Yeah, wasn't there a question where it said Lynn or Maxwell? Um, um, I think for me, if I have to choose between either person, I'd probably choose Maxwell. But at the moment, I kind of not a. It's not that I'm not a fan of Maxwell. Like, I don't know. I'm just going through a bit of a phase with Maxwell at the moment where it's not that I don't like him. He's just a bit too much at the moment for my liking. Yeah, pretty much, Brody. I mean, there's definitely I mean, obviously, after winning the T20 World Cup, I mean, it obviously shows we're doing something right. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. Lynn has done some fantastic things, and I won't like. I'm not the type of person where I'm just gonna hate to hate. Like, it'll be for. I'm happy to give praise to those I don't like, and then I'm happy to give criticisms to those I do. I just, I don't know. I just think he just comes off as a bit. He comes off as a bit of a flog to me, but I don't know if that's just what I'm seeing or if it's the case. But like, I just don't vibe with him. And then when you get commentators like try to jump all over him and say he's the next big thing when he's only really got one shot. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh, but I mean, yeah, when it comes to talent, I think Maxwell's the better player. Um, but they're both the similar types. Like they're very up and down. Like you don't really get a lot of consistency with either player. So Trent Dumont to Port Adelaide. Oh, is that rumoured? Is it? What is Dumont again? Is he? He's like a mid slash backman, isn't he? He'd be similar to what, like Chris Mayne or something. Yeah, so mid defender. So pretty much like Chris Mayne. Uh, is he a flop? I'm not too sure if he is. Like I know he's. I mean, whenever he plays cricket, like just overall, he's always been inconsistent, regardless if it's for Australia or for Brisbane Heat or anything Queensland related. How do you feel about Jonathan Davis joining our VFL side? I have no idea who Jonathan Davis is, but apparently, according to you, Brody, apparently I should. I might look his name up, see if anything comes up. Wait, that's not Leon Davis' son, is it? Oh, so it's a fake name, is it? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, Ignacy Smith will be a good get. Even what's his name that we got as a development coach? Neville Jetta. He'll be pretty good. Yeah, I answered that. I said Maxwell over Chris Lynn, but then I also said that they're basically the same because they're both inconsistent. Yeah, they're roughly in terms of performances. They roughly have the same output. It's just that one is a tad more consistent than the other, but they're both inconsistent. Ed, Melissa Smith, he'll definitely be a fantastic get. You know what, Tom? I reckon that's something I think we've been missing as a club lately. Like, and again, it's hard to me personally, I don't know a lot of the players that are Indigenous or not, because, you know, but yeah, I think Queener is. I know Kruger is. Kruger's an Indigenous player. Trying to think, because I know Varco was, but he's gone now. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really awesome to get some of that talent back into the club, because, um, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely of the opinion that I really do reckon that Leon Davis was one of the most underrated players to have played the game. Like, that dude was so underappreciated, it wasn't even funny. Hell, he was even underappreciated at Collingwood, let alone, like, the AFL itself. How he got traded by Buckley towards the end of his career, I think was pathetic to say the least. Like, the dude basically made an all-Australian squad, and then got told to cop this pay cut. Like I am like even to this day, like that still pisses me off. Like it's like how he went to like negotiate a contract and like they were shocked that he wanted more money. Like really? Because that was when he came off as a defender too, and even back then, like he was as much as he was a good forward, he was just as good as a small defender than he was a small forward. And then once he made the All Australian squad, and then the club's like, hey, nah, you're gonna cop this pay cut. And then obviously with Mick leaving, like I'm not surprised he left. I probably would have done the same thing to be honest. I think IQ is Brazilian. Yeah, it's he's got yeah, one of his parents is Brazilian and the other one's Australian. I think. No. I know he's got two. I know both of his parents are from two separate areas. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Why is Ghana was popping up in my head? It's so hard to keep track of all this stuff. I had basketball training tonight. Awesome, dude. How did you go? Oh, jeez, yeah, we've actually gone up. Yeah, no, thanks for everybody tuning into the stream. Also, as well, make sure to check out the link up the top as
I'm
well
back,
too.
guys. I play basketball on Thursday nights and I go to the gym and I also do swimming as well whenever I can. So
Yeah, I'm what's it? Cricket and basketball currently at the moment. In fact, actually, I'll be playing my first game back next Thursday, and then also footy in the winter. So I was actually spewing about last season too because we were actually looking pretty good to go all the way as well. And I was just about to kick into gear because the last game we played, I actually just pipped the person because I was actually playing fullback the majority of last year, and I had a couple games where I kicked a couple goals here and there. In the last game, I just pipped the person that was our leading goal kicker. And then, because it was the last game of the year, going into finals, they wanted to see how I would go in the forward line, just like full time. And we were also going to play like the worst team in the division as well too. So I was like so pumped and so excited because I was thinking, shit, I might kick 6 here. And then the whole freaking competition got scrapped.
yeah, I fucking hated that. Excuse my language.
I was so annoyed.
You
We were
know,
looking so damn good. Like I was, if I wasn't the leading goal kicker, like I wasn't far away. And yeah, they basically told me literally that week I was gonna line up a full forward, and they told me just go for it. And I'm like, oh damn.
could be worse.
Actually, Kev, this is a bit of a bit of an out there question, but I reckon your chat would probably want to know this answer. Well, for one, you don't play footy, do you?
No.
Okay, so here's the question: if you were to play footy, where would you play, and how would you play on a footy field?
Oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to the King Abdullah Sports City.
Maybe it's a full pocket,
You have
maybe.
to compare yourself to an AFL player as well too.
Maybe it's a full pocket play, probably. Maybe like a Leon Davis sort of type thing. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, hi North.
How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, both these teams will be looking for
So,
strong
because I played
position
indoor
today
footy before,
in what has been a really good tournament so
Yeah.
far.
I have kicked a few goals as well playing indoor footy, so, and indoor cricket, I was not too bad. But my main one was basketball because I like playing netball at the time. Like I was unfit for centre. I played centre once, but my best position like as goalkeeper, goal shooter. That's the type of player I was in my netball days. So going to a team at the moment that I'm at, I don't have to try and score 15 points a game. I can actually score 8 or 10, and it's fine by me. Because I am a good player on my team. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's actually pretty decent for me to play well. But I try to do what's best for the team. In netball, I used to get pushed out a fair bit, so I decided to use my backside just to push them out, and got away with it.
So in terms of like the footy though, so what was the play you would compare yourself to that's current AFL?
Oh, current AFL. Maybe Jamie Elliott.
Yeah.
Nice in a high flyer ability, but the way now you can kick goals as well. Like,
Well, he's so good in those 1v1 moments, and he's proved it yet again.
I don't get. It's probably much of the footy, but like I have played footy at school. I used to play at primary school from memory.
Yep. Yeah, if I had to compare myself when it comes to playing footy, whenever I get asked the question, I always say, even though he's not playing currently now, but like, Leroy Brown was always someone that,
Yes, I do follow rugby.
Like, if I could come off the ground knowing I played like him, I thought I wasn't doing half bad. So, just basically being that, you know, would rotate between the back line and forward line mostly as like a key position player, because for those who don't know, I'm actually 6'3", so I'm like fairly tall, especially when I play in my divisions. When I play footy.
Melbourne Storm did used to like Newcastle Knights, but Melbourne Storm probably because it's what do you call it? It's in Melbourne, like realistically.
What, comparing myself to Leroy Brown?
Well, they should
That's
be
a, that's. I mean, it's not like I was saying it was like Pendlebury.
He might be able to profit from the wide position.
He probably
In the
does.
season I just played, I don't know for 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure going into the last game of the year, I think I was leading the goalkeeping for our team, or for the team I was playing in. Yeah, 5-9's a decent night, especially for 15. There you go.
Well, no surprise to see him go for goal, but a routine save.
Yeah, because like I mean, in the footy that we play, it's very rare we get someone that's like super tall. So for me, the 6'3", I'm one of. There wouldn't be very many people that would be taller than me.
Wonderful
So,
challenge.
Do you know what I do for in basketball?
yeah.
You know there's
Also,
NBA.
Gold real quick.
Go for it.
Real quick. I've definitely got the Dane Swan and Heath Shaw movement where I run like a duck too, which I fucking hate, but oh well. So yeah. So because that was, I mean those are sort of like the types of players I've always like trying to like look across, like Leon Davis, Leroy Brown, Heath Shaw, Dane Swan,
Alan Didak.
Yes, Didak was a massive one too.
Couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, 200 centimeters is massive.
When I play basketball,
I mean, there are some times where I'm at a height where I'm the tallest I can get without it being inconvenient.
Terrific pass.
So like even when I would hop on like trains and shit, you know, I can walk through like a train door, and as long as I'm not like jumping up or trying to dash in and like gaining a bit of height when
Yes,
I'm like,
TJ.
trying to jump onto a train,
yeah,
I'd never ever hit the top of the you know the roof of the
That's
train
alright.
door basically when you go in. Even though I haven't hopped on the train in like I don't know 2 years now. Actually, no. The last time I did it, I went to the footy. So I don't know, two years ago. A year ago, maybe. No, I might have done it during a COVID period, maybe.
Good tackle. It'll be a throw.
but yeah,
yeah.
my last time I went on the train was during the COVID season
Yeah.
this year. But when I play basketball,
I think-
Deftly cut out.
I use
Yeah,
you know
but-
the 2K badges. I tend to use them and think I'll play like that. It's funny because I used to. You remember Christy Hara from who used to play for the Bendigo Spirit?
Moving it nicely.
Like she, like 3-time
Seemed like a good
WNBL champion with their father as the coach. I try to copy her way of when I'm shooting a free throw because I struggle with free throws in the games. So I try to really, copy what she does and trying to implement that in my game as well.
Yeah.
Well, probably a fair assessment of his first
I'm
half
not
work
too
would
sure
be
that
a mixed
TJ.
bag.
It all depends.
The two teams have switched around.
Because I'm gonna play
Now
Destiny
right down to
2
the second half.
for a while as well. So
Oh, the other thing too. So going into the next season, I need to have
And in with a real
because I
chance.
want to obviously get a football jumper. But obviously, when you get a football jumper, you have to have a number on it. I don't know what number to get because the last one I had Cal Kirby on it.
Well, let's see this again.
So it was 27.
Ball taken off of him. He's made
So,
the wrong decision, and suddenly the ball's in the back of the
I
net.
don't know
Terrible defending.
which number I want to get. But I definitely want to get a new jumper though. Because I reckon with the Nike and the KFC sponsorship, I reckon it'll look pretty awesome.
we haven't changed our home currency at all. It's just
No, but it's got the KFC logo on it, so that'd be different.
Well, Well, really
apart from their
excitement in the air on the
sponsors.
transfer front prior to the game, Stuart,
Yeah.
and it is official. Barcelona have been successful.
Yeah.
At around
So,
£70 million,
I
he'll
don't
need
know.
to hit the ground running. The crowd will certainly expect him to have an immediate impact.
I mean, I have been predicting all season that I reckon Maynard's going to have a breakout season 2022.
Well, here's the goal again.
And if he goes into that midfield and
Good vision to set up the
if
chance.
he's anything
And
close
once
to
he gets onto it, he
Luke
just
Hodge,
smashes
then
it past the keeper with great
I
technique.
might be getting
What an
37 on my
emphatic
back
finish that is.
if that's the case.
So, a level contest. 1-1.
Because I have always appreciated Maynard, so he's always been.
Well, no way through.
I mean, he never got like the main job in terms of being my favourite player, but he was always like in the
Failing to
top
hit the
5.
target with his pass. And it's
He does a good job on small forwards.
and a substitution
Yeah.
in the
Guys like Toby Green,
Ever since we drafted him, straight away people were saying, mate, this is the next
Can he
Luke
give them
Hodge.
the lead?
And people went wrong, but also as well when it comes to that, the only thing from him now to be completely like his Luke Hodge comparison is for him to go into the midfield, which I think he
Looking
will.
confident with the ball.
And if that's the case, then yeah, I might probably cop a Collingwood
What a
jumper
save
anyways.
that is. He was so alert there.
can I ask a question, guys, too? So, do you think Pendles will be captain next season, or do you think someone else will be captain?
An important interception.
I'm hoping that
That's our dog's allowed to bark.
Effortlessly. Possession lost. Joshua
yeah, but just in the way that she does it, because she's got like anxiety issues and stuff.
Incredible save,
Yeah.
and he's
So,
snuffed out any sign of danger.
like literally people like walk on the footpath, they'll walk past her house and she'll just go crazy. Like, she'll think that yeah, she thinks that the people are going to come inside the house and, you know, the people are going to come in and murder everybody, so she
Getting forward.
goes nuts.
Can they forge
And
ahead?
all they're doing is just
Well,
walking
they
on the
would have
footpath.
done had it not
What do you think of Pendles being captain?
Yes, it was a good save,
Next
Derek.
year?
He should score from there.
I mean, I've got no problem with him being captain. If he wants to do it one more year, then I'm completely for it.
And the
It just
referee
means that
says
if he
corner
has it
kick.
for another year, it just means everyone gets older by 12 months. So,
Because Fly reckons he'll
Someone get on the end of this.
be good as a leader if he doesn't have the title. I tend to agree with that.
yeah, I think he'll do captain things anyway, even without the label. Obviously, you know, whoever is captain has to take the title and be the face. But to say that Pendlebury's not going to do anything from a leadership point of view, I think is just dumb.
I
Like,
think he will. I think he'll still add something like he just rocks up every year early. You know, so
like, he's just a he's just a good like role model and just a good like he's that dude at the club that like always does the right things and does it in a sense of like, if you want to like get to where you want to be and you want to work hard, alright, tag along with me and I'll take you there, sort of thing. Like, 'cause ever since he did that pro-season with Paul Curia in like
yo,
2008 or something, and then ever since
Seven.
then he hasn't looked back.
yo,
Because he was sort of like, because back then he was sort of like umming and ahhing whether if he was like, you know, a part of the best 22. Like, that was like his, because there was a documentary about it, so that was like what his thoughts were. Of like, you know, am I good enough to be in the best 22? Am I this? Am I that? And then basically he just said, well, I don't want people doubting my spot in the side, or I don't want people to be questioning whether if I should be playing or not. So he basically just went to.
I don't think people even back then like he was always gonna be in a direct.
I knew straight away. Like, I knew straight away he was a gun. Like even when he had those final series in like 2007, like I think because he's been so good for so long, and even when he was a kid, he I mean, ever since he stepped foot in the AFL, like even when he started, I don't think he really ever had a bad game.
Well, that's a big opportunity missed, and you have to question.
I mean, he probably did, but like,
Time very much ebbing away
it
now.
wouldn't have been anything close to what a rookie player would have done, though.
No.
Pressing high, and they have the ball again.
But if you guys remember in 2007 when we played West Coast, like how good was he in that semi-final, and then how good was he in that overtime, in the overtime portion as well too.
Buckley struggled in that game too.
Mm. Yeah, man, we could have done so much with that year.
Well, here it is again.
Could you imagine if we won the grand final in 07?
Oh mate, we'll be awesome.
Because the funny thing was, no one expected us to do it. But like, if we had beaten Geelong in that prelim, that grand final was ours.
Yeah,
There's no way known you can tell me that like we literally lost to Geelong by what, 2 points?
5 points.
Yeah, there you go. But then it's like to then not think if we were to get that extra goal to get in the grand final. Geelong smashed Port by what, like
119 points.
Yeah, it was like 20 goals. It was 20 goals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
so we could be.
You don't think the Collingwood would have done better? Or not better, but you don't think that Collingwood couldn't have won that game against Port when Port just did not turn up?
Man, if we won that in 2007, I don't know if we'll win one in 2010.
Making sure nothing came of it. Effective challenge.
That's interesting. Because in 2007 you had Buckley and Clement, that was their final year.
Rocker.
And time for the change now.
Rocker retired the year after, I believe. Or was he
2009 he retired. But he was playing that prelim.
Yeah.
So we have Rocker, Bryan, Richards, Harry O'Brien, Goldsack, Swan, Pendlebury, O'Brien, Tarkin Lockyer, Shane Wakeland as well. We have Hula. Don't think he played in the finals, but he was there.
Yeah, he was at least on the list.
Where else was it?
Yeah.
Funny.
I'm going to be back in about 2 minutes. I'll just have to do something real quick.
Alright, sweet. If you guys got any questions, let me know.
And hello from Saudi Arabia. We find ourselves today at the King Fahd Stadium in the city of Riyadh. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And what we have for you is action from the semi-final of the Asian Elite Cup. Stuart, what are your expectations for today?
Well, we're now down to the final four, Derek. It's been a great tournament up to now. Good preparation for the upcoming season, and both teams would love to get to the final in a few days' time to cap it all off.
Real chance. Oh, not to be. An opportunity wasted early in the game.
Well, maybe it's come a little bit too early, Derek, but that's a wasteful finish.
Oh,
pardon me, 4 people in the chat. If you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. 9 likes, guys, and 1 dislike.
Well, who will be the player to decide the outcome, to determine the course of events? No reason at all why it won't be this man, Stuart. What do you anticipate seeing from him?
Well, Derek, he's playing well at the moment. He's confident, making runs in behind. He always looks for
Stuart, an opportunity. And still danger here.
Oh! Who's enjoying the stream at the moment?
Not to be advised giving the ball away there. And now passing it through. Might really be able to trouble them here. It's still alive. And he did so well to move across and deal with the danger.
Ah, that's good. 5 people in a chat.
To deliver it accurately. Well, he failed to get it away properly. And problem solved for now. Options in the centre. Well, fantastic reflex action. On the offensive. Couldn't keep it.
There hasn't been any trouble when I was gone, guys.
Could be dangerous. Happy to take on the shot.
Fuck.
On the back of sustained pressure. Now they deservedly hold the advantage. And back underway. 1-0 it is. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. An important interception. Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. Now potential danger. Big opportunity. Oh, he's
Oh!
Well, he'll be very disappointed with that. He should be scoring from there.
Should have really scored.
Back.
So I have 1 dislike and 9 likes. There's like 4 people in the chat.
What's that? 10 dislikes and all. Sorry.
One dislike, 9 likes.
You got 10 likes on my end.
Well, as you can see, he gave the keeper no chance.
And there's
there.
1
He was
dislike.
so confident, didn't he? That's a cool finish.
back underway. Level pegging.
Nah, look, it's good. Like, see, and you guys know what I'm about as well. You guys know that I don't need to do certain videos just to try and get the attention and get the subscribers. I know when I'm making videos like this and content like this for you guys, I'm gonna get my subscribers, and it's just really appreciated of that. As well, like you guys have been really good for me, and personally, even when I've been struggling, guys, you guys have been there, and hopefully when I do get big, you know, it's gonna be scary shit, but I'll tell you what, it'll be worth it at the end of the day, because I know that I'm gonna get somewhere, unlike a certain person who thinks that doing videos and bullying other people is is okay, and I'm not gonna stand for that, and I'm gonna call that stuff out, guys. So, I'm just glad that everybody's been on their best behavior tonight, and the fact is that we haven't had any problems. So, like, obviously it's a good thing as well, and without the support, you guys probably, I wouldn't have this many views and that. So the more that you guys can share my content, the better it is for both our channels. On top of that, 2-1.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break.
Yeah, I definitely
is
need to be getting on
devastating.
top of
It's
the
so
whole
hard to defend against,
videos
and then through on
too.
goal, he just goes for power
But
and
yeah,
smashes
I mean,
it
I've just
past
had
the
a week
keeper.
where
There's
I'm
no
just been
stopping
super
that.
busy.
What a great finish.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs.
Yeah, I gotta.
And I'm sure, I mean, I'm still trying to get over.
Well, he's retrospectively awarded
I'm
the
sure
free
for
kick
those
and let it flow initially.
who were in
Some
yesterday's
referees
stream,
might
you know,
have
you
elected to hand out the yellow
how
card,
I was,
but
and
no
stuff like
booking
that
on
too,
this
so,
occasion.
well,
Options in the
sneezing
middle.
all over the damn place.
Real chance.
Haven't sneezed in a while
The
though,
keeper
which
is
is
happy,
good,
the ball
so
was there.
I'm hoping
But
I'm
he
a bit
can't
better
keep
now,
that
but,
effort on target. And a goal kick it'll be. And they will
That's
make
all
the
when
change.
Pommy and that come on. Like, I'm happy to promote their channels. I really would. I would say, look, check out Pommy Noz. He makes some great content. He's over 1,000 subscribers, and like he does this because he cares about the Carlton Football Club.
For that good piece of defending.
You know, if it wasn't for people like him and Blue Broad as well, who you know, who would have been talking about Carlton? Like, you talk about your with your mates and all that. Why not make a video and talk about it and get people's opinions, get the supporters involved?
Well, as you can see, this is always coming.
And that's what, you know, you gotta do, I reckon.
yeah.
Maybe one day if I'm not...
Australia wouldn't be a bad way to go.
But if it wasn't for living at home, then it's...
So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. So the whistle then,
I
we're
might,
at the halfway stage in this match.
I might look into it, but I'll need some time to have a look at the software and stuff so I know what I'm doing. But I'd imagine it'd be pretty simple.
The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences.
Yeah, you gotta have a camera as well, so...
Into the advanced position.
If it wasn't for living at home,
No way through. A very effective
I probably could get away with it. Obviously for reasons I'm not gonna say on here. So
Well, transfer
I
speculation
can
is all
I want to
part of
grow my
football,
channel
and
as
there's been
much
quite
as
a lot of
possible.
speculation on this front, but the deal has now been confirmed, Stuart.
Well, certainly a lot of focus
And
on
Philadelphia had a really good win today, guys.
bright future ahead of him. Hopefully it turns out to be a good move and he can continue to develop his
So-
career.
Who do they play today?
Sacramento Kings.
Oh, a nice looking pass.
Yeah, okay.
It was tight, but
Well, this would help them get back into the game. Not an attempt.
Like,
that will
I-
Honestly, no disrespect, but you know
What a waste that
Sacramento's
is.
not
It's
very
far
good.
too easy for the keeper.
Poor attempt
yeah,
to
but we've got
pass.
no Joel Embiid. Like, come on, man.
Oh, good looking run.
Is Simmons playing as well? Or is he,
I don't know. Mental health,
See how it affects the match.
personal reasons.
Did you end up watching the game?
No, I was at work.
Face difficulties here.
Oh, okay.
It sucks when I'm at work.
Well, giving it a go in a bid to haul them back into this one.
Well, they're knocking at the door here, but they need to score soon.
Okay, if you guys want to follow me, it's at Kev's Magpies for Twitter. Kev's Magpies for
That's how to blunt the end.
TikTok plus my Facebook one as well.
By the referee.
Also Instagram is at Kev's Magpies as well. I know it's like through Facebook, but I have like changed it up.
Disguised ball.
as well
Has to remain calm.
as
Probably put it in the description of like every video, like all of your links and stuff.
yeah, but what I was telling you about.
Well, as you can see, he's so alive to the rebound.
With what?
He's first to react, and then he gets his reward.
With you
It's a
know
good
who.
goal.
I don't know if she's in the stream or not.
Goals in plentiful supply.
Okay.
4-1 currently.
Otherwise, I would have.
Cruz.
Let's see if.
Can they create something?
Did anyone watch the
But hang on, the flag has gone up, and it's not going to count.
Well, it was a close call, but he is just offside.
Does anyone watch
Mind you,
the NBA with the Lakers at the moment? They're not doing that pretty good, are they?
I'm not. I've got the NBA subscription, but I've only got it for the Heat, because that's the
well,
only
it's a
team
top-class
I care
save
about.
from a
The
top-class goalkeeper.
only
That's
team I
absolutely
want to watch.
brilliant.
I could upgrade
Who's gonna get on the end of it?
for the main one. I just.
Well, nothing wrong with the header. The ball was going that little bit
You know, it's funny that, right? It's funny that
Yeah.
they go for the older players to try and be up there, so they're like a Geelong in a way, yeah. When we all know that for a fact.
Yeah, but I mean, but they're more of a Geelong than
Getting
Geelong.
forward.
Though. Like
Opportunity is
they've
his.
got like half their squad are like 36 years old.
On this sort of form, very few would lay a
In fact, I think even more.
Yeah, but they haven't won back-to-back championships.
That's basically Geelong on steroids.
And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What a
Like at least you can say Sale's only 33 or
Well,
something,
if there were
Walker's
any
what,
lingering
32.
doubts about the outcome,
Like
surely
Lakers
they
have got
know
friggin'
and
half their
beat
team
them.
over 36.
What's the average age to retire in the NBA?
About 36. Sometimes you can push it to about 38. It just depends on how your career goes
And Boyle,
and the type of player you are. Sometimes if you can get a shooter, shooters can go to about 40. So if you have a dude that just plays a little bit of defense and can hit a three consistently, sometimes you can stretch it out to about 40 maybe. It just depends.
The AFL was like 33, 34. Normally the average
continues his
age.
run. But they took care of the situation defensively.
It's getting higher and
Counter-attack as
higher
well,
every
options
year.
available.
Because a lot of players are starting to look after
Oh,
their
big
body, so
chance.
they get a couple of years more than what they used to.
Majestic piece of goalkeeping.
Well, he loves the big moments,
yeah,
doesn't he?
normally,
And he's
look,
proved it
if
again
anything,
there. Great goalkeeping.
I mean, if anyone retires
An
younger
inability
than
to
30,
keep
then
hold
it's
of
a
the ball
massive
there.
shock. When you get to 32, it's not that much of a shock.
'Cause when-
you go,
yeah,
okay, what's his injury history? Because then you go, okay, he was injured a little bit. It's like, okay, fair enough.
Marko Vejinovic.
Because I
So
think
that,
when
the
you
injury
hit
history
30s
stuff,
in the
you
AFL,
don't
you
have
tend to
to
slow
pass.
down.
Now, will they do it from here? Spectacular save. Top-class goalkeeping.
Because even some of those premiership players are
And a
awful. Like, some of
throw-in
those
coming
guys went to about 36. I mean, how old was
So
Bergwijn?
personnel change then.
Was he like 37?
At least.
Davidson.
Yeah, it just depends on how your career went and how many knocks you took. Because if you can play in a team where you don't have to take as many tackles or take as much pressure, then
He's
you
going
can
to have to be
actually
careful now.
you can get a few more seasons in here. That's why it's actually, you know, people need to probably stop saying that, you know,
Well, I'm all for
Cox
players
is,
striking through the back of the ball with power,
you know,
but he
this,
has to hit the target from there.
from a physical sense, Cox is actually pretty good from a physical sense because he only started playing football when he was like 25.
And just
So
5
he hasn't,
minutes remaining.
he didn't have those, you know, 7 years prior of
Difficult to
AFL
stop him.
experience. But he also never had an
But a
extra
good
7
piece of
years worth
defending
of
to
like
bring it to an end.
hits as well too. So we might.
He's been really good for Collingwood.
And they have possession
Yeah.
again.
A lot of people like to give him shit though,
Oh,
which. Yeah.
mate, you know that's gonna happen. You know that's not gonna stop. Yeah, as much as we want to, that to stop, I know it's not
But
going
also
to.
as well, I'll tell you now, every time he does good though, how good is it to rub it into people's faces?
Oh, it's always good.
Well, here it is. 1v1
You know,
against the
like
keeper,
when
and
he
the
told
outcome was never
Richmond,
really in doubt.
Richmond and
He
you
never
and
looked
it's
like
like,
missing
yeah,
that.
get stuffed. Or when he did what he did to West Coast in, was it 2020?
Yeah, in 2019.
And we're underway again. This game very
No.
much over as a contest. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage
The
time,
second
that's what
half
the
in
officials
that
have said.
grand final, he played good. But he should have got a 50-metre penalty as well. Like, West Coast Eagles were time wasting.
He's got space.
Yeah. The other thing that people don't also realise too is whenever Cox is in the marking contest, nobody realises that the majority of the time he goes to a contest, it's always 1 on 3 or 1 on 2. Like he never has a 1-on-1 matchup. And then when he does eventually get a 1-on-1 matchup, he always wins. He always wins that matchup.
Hi Phoenix, how are you, mate?
And then people like, oh, Cox is actually good. It's like, no, he's always been this good. It's just that when it comes to, you know, when he's like playing like around the ground, a lot of teams will put 2-3 players on him, so he can't have his impact.
I'm pretty good, mate. I'm pretty good. And it's been a pretty good day, today. Oh, can I tell you guys the good news?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so where I work, I'm not gonna name where. Not gonna say where I work. I got picked for a buddy system. So what it is, for example, if there is someone new to the group, I can say, hey, you know, introduce myself to him, to that person, and then, you know, make him feel welcome and say, okay, this is the tea room, this is, where the smokers are and all that sort of stuff. So I'm there to help out people if I really need, you know, in case we get new people come in. So I got picked for that, and I got a huge congratulations from my work colleagues for it. Is there any injuries? I need to charge my thing. So yeah, that was big news I had today. So I actually felt good about it, to be honest, because at least that way, like, I can.
From Saudi Arabia, we find yourselves
So I'm not like a team leader yet, But if I keep going the way I'm going, you know, anything's possible with me.
Elite Cup final just seconds away. Stuart, what are you expecting to see? Well, he failed to deliver that time.
So that's the good news I've got.
Good tackle.
I'm just gonna be back. I hope Sean's okay. I'm just gonna charge my watch for a bit. Needs to be charged for tomorrow. Yeah, you're quiet, that's all. That's alright, man. Pardon me.
Since they have the ball, the referee playing advantage here. The pass could do damage.
So yeah, Death Door's coming out in just over 4 hours now.
Nice.
Oh, so that's not coming out till 1 o'clock this morning.
He gave the keeper no chance there. He looked so confident, didn't he? That's a cool finish.
Ooh.
Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next.
Fuck. If I win this, I might potentially.
Moving forward effectively, and credit is due for that good piece of defending. Oh, a perfectly timed pass. He might be able to make it through.
Too easy.
2 goals in rapid fire fashion, and looking very comfortable here. Well,
We haven't had any trouble when I was gone for a bit. No?
No, nothing else.
No, that's good. No, that's actually positive for once, which is good.
Was very keen to give them the advantage, but instead it will be a free kick now. Well, the referee won't be quite as lenient next time. Got to tread more carefully.
Yeah, my
produce on the
have dropped in the last 20, 30 minutes.
Delivering that deep cross. On the cusp of making it a hat-trick here.
Well, his finishing has been so good.
Well, if you need to go to bed, you can always go to bed. 2 hours of the stream, guys, that's good.
Well, he got strongly into the challenge, and the result is a throw-in.
Has anyone seen my TikTok videos lately?
Well, spot on with that challenge.
like as you know, I don't watch TikTok that much, but
And that pass could be troublesome. Not to be for him. He went.
Oh, guys, it's so funny. You guys should see it. It's... So, on my Facebook one, 47 followers, 27 likes. And on my Cavs Magpies one, 893 likes, 381 followers. So, pretty good. And I have like my own videos on TikTok with my other accounts.
Well, you're right. He decided to go for the power, which in the end he couldn't control. He'll be furious with himself. That's a big miss.
Well, just couldn't keep the ball.
oh man, I'm struggling to say it like at this point.
Go to bed if you need to.
Intercepting it intelligently.
Because you've been busy with work too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm starting to feel a bit tired myself.
Superb effort to keep it in.
I got 3 people
Chance
watching.
to do damage. Under pressure, can he finish? Opportunity here. Oh,
Ooh.
blocked it.
Surely one more. If I get a 3rd goal before half time, I will
That's how to dispossess your opponent.
say that I love each and every one of you guys.
Cruz. Oh, that pass easy on the eye. And there it is.
There we go. Love each and every one of you guys.
No way back from this now.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, but you do have to ask questions of the keeper. Could he have done better here? I think so. You can't be beaten at your near post like that.
No one knows, but I guess it shows when you look into my eyes. See where you come from. I don't care.
Kev, no offense, but you really need to stop singing because otherwise I'll definitely fall asleep then.
Well, the defending needed to be a bit more switched on than that. And his teammate got him out of trouble.
Because like with the singing and stuff,
Mitchell
mate, I'm already hanging in by a thread as it is.
Stay in me forever.
Amin Atushi. Robbed them. This looks promising. Well, it could be on for
4-0. Can we get 4-0? Oh, we can't. But got it.
There you go.
Yeah, let's change over.
Well, here it is again. He hits this so sweetly, doesn't he? That's a brilliant goal from a top-class player.
I might actually head off then because
Yeah, go for it. Also, guys, don't forget to check out Sean's channel as well. It is nearly 9 o'clock as well.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm normally pretty good around this time, but like I just.
Well, it doesn't help when you're super busy with work, and that makes you more tired than anything else, realistically. 5-0. So.
I mean, obviously there's any questions in the chat to speak about, but yeah, if you want to.
It's been pretty dead, the chat has been.
That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
Oh, I need to get on to that actually.
I just finished watching the grind. Yeah, I've watched it as well.
Alright, I'll watch that in the background then.
Really bright looking attack. Chance to finish. Well, they couldn't quite hit the target, Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Geez, I really want to go fishing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if you're wondering about added time, 2 minutes it'll be. Beguia. And a fine tackle. Opportunity.
Let's see
in the
if I
wide
can
area.
score one more.
The first half here comes to an end.
Probably. Alright, Sean, if you're gonna go to bed, mate, good night. Hopefully we get to watch the Bella tomorrow. I mean, the draft.
I'm watching the grind at the moment, so that's keeping me awake at the moment, but yeah.
That's good.
I know, the fact that I'm seeing fishing right now is keeping me somewhat awake, so.
Davidson.
Oh,
Man,
God.
I miss fishing so damn much.
Well, the attack fizzled out. So a corner here.
Jeez, I'm missing seeing my mates I haven't seen in
Trying to deliver
months.
it accurately. Well, the danger is still there. Oh, managing to beat him.
Oh, what a goal.
Now he has his hat-trick. A special moment for him.
Well, here's the replay. He's got such quick.
Now, this one's a beautiful
Just look how he goes
strike.
past his marker to get his shot away. That's a really good goal.
Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept
Well, if I don't get
going.
Cricket 22, I'll wait until December.
And breaking at pace with menace. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? Opportunity here. That's a great stop.
Well, his reflexes are so good there. That's a fantastic stop.
And time for the change now. Let's see about the delivery. Danger averted. Good-looking sequence. Well, many a fan has been wondering about this. It is now official. Ciro Immobile has completed his move to Old Trafford.
Well, at around £95 million, they've got a top-class player here. He'll massively
Oh,
improve.
Stuart, they might be onto something. A goal! How about that? He's put it away
7-0.
to make it a hat-trick.
I can't wait to... Oh, guys, by the way, one of my workmates wanted me to do it. We will win 3 premierships in 6
Giving the
years.
ball away.
As a bold prediction.
Now a decent position.
It's actually not as crazy as you think, though, which is
Yeah.
ironically crazy within itself. Because the group that we have, the coaching group that we have,
Well, here it is again. Just
especially if we win all
quality.
those 3
It's
premierships in a row
perfect, and the
too,
finish is both clever
that just means we
and
just,
controlled.
it
That needed
all
a lot
means
of
is that
skill
we've
to
got
be
3
picked
years to
from
set
there.
up.
It's a good finish.
And then once we have it, I don't think we'll do 3 in a row because it's very rare you do 3 in a row.
Nah,
If we end
3
up
rounds
doing
gonna
so-
be tough.
Yeah,
But
if we're
I
doing,
reckon
say,
I reckon
3
because
and 4
with the
years, that's possible.
I reckon with Pendlebury as well for a couple more years, and we'll have sub on as well. I think we've got enough players coming through that can take their spots if it comes down to it.
Saad Beguia.
Okay, so let's be honest, we haven't been a
Dixon
great
is-
team.
Excellent challenge.
Is that it?
Not too sure.
In the grunt, in episode
Well,
1,
that's a foul,
when they
and it sets
I've-
up
show,
in a
Reef,
dangerous position.
there's like all the runners
Maybe.
he's got, one of them looks like Dib.
And you've got to say meat and drink to those in the wall. Simple save, really. Well, foul play, says the referee. And a substitution in the offing.
Oh, the other thing real quick too, with
And the
Reef,
flag has been
I've been
raised here,
saying for a little bit now that I reckon
Can't
Reef will be a very good inside mid. But apparently people were telling me that he's more of an outside mid. Is that
surprise
true
me.
from your side of things?
Yeah. It wouldn't
'Cause
surprise me.
I'll look at his disposal and like, I mean he hits targets, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, I don't think I don't think his kicking is his best attribute. I think it's more his like endurance and
Oh,
like,
moving it nicely.
because I feel like he'd be more suited to like getting in for the hard ball and getting the handball out.
Yeah.
That to me sounds like that's more like, not appealing. What's the word? It would just suit him better if he's like more of an inside mid than an outside mid. But then in saying that, to be an inside mid,
Well, here we can see
you know,
again.
you got to
Look
develop
at the
yourself
way
a bit
he
more
glides past the
physically
defender
before
to
you
create
do that.
space for himself. And then what a
Oh
strike.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
apparently I didn't get crap for it, but like people were like, nah, he's actually an outside
It's
mid.
a
It's like,
massive lead, and it's
Really?
very hard to imagine them losing
I
it
think
now.
so.
He's in behind.
yeah, apparently I was wrong on that, according to a few people.
The defender's just unable to stay with it.
10-0. Fuck me. It's just too easy.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Well, they couldn't keep it. A quarter of an hour remaining here.
10-0 with less than a quarter of an hour remaining. That's unbelievable.
Cruz. Well, they get the ball once more.
Three people in the chat.
Very quick thinking there. Lee Broxham.
Why am I so tired tonight?
This is looking threatening.
Also as well, have you realised that we've got
Well, it
like
fizzles
so
out
many
thanks to
players
that piece of defending.
that are basically going to be tall like midfielders?
Yo. Oh, which
Like
one?
even Reef, who's
Oh,
192.
denied by the keeper.
Actually, I think he's
Well, what can you
193,
say?
isn't he?
That's goalkeeping at its
Like you
very
got
best.
Reef, Poulter,
And it is substitution
Um,
time at this
Tyler
juncture.
Brown
Not just
potentially
from
could
one
go
side,
into the
but from
midfield.
both.
Crisp
And over
could
comes
go
the
in the
corner.
midfield.
Well, they couldn't get the header on the target, but
I got to do my
Um,
best 22 too. Should I do it? I was gonna ask you. Should I do the best 22 in the notes and
Personally,
then
I'd
get
wait
it
till the
out?
end of the draft. I'd wait till at least Friday. Because it's gonna be outdated once the draft hits.
This is over already.
But we know we're getting
Like, I'd
day
rather-
close, yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. We don't know anyone after that. I mean, there's rumours we could be getting SE Moltenot, but we don't know for sure.
Imagine if we get him, man, we're going to be a decent team.
Well, all we need is a genuine small forward and a key defender, and then we don't really need anybody else. In terms of needs, anyway, we obviously want players that are better in certain positions.
What about if we get deep?
And after that, we don't need anybody.
Smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, it's been such a one-sided game. You just wonder how many more they can add. And there to intervene.
Geez, imagine if we did an accident.
3 minutes to be exact.
Actually, we could do a Melbourne. If we finish 9th, right? Because let's be honest, this isn't a full rebuild, right? To be honest with you guys, it's not really a 5-year rebuild, right? It's obviously you give them for like 3 years with potential chance as well. We could be getting 4 years. So if we do that, I think we're on our way to become a really, really good, decent team. And I think now that we had to make those tough decisions, I can't see why not.
Absolutely ideal.
Well, it might only be a pre-season tournament, but it's always
So I think we can do it.
see just how happy the players
I don't think we'll
are
be
with those celebrations.
in the top 8. You will say that we will be. I'm not quite on that level yet, but I think we might. I think we're going to be a really good team. But that's just my opinion. I think we'll be a better team. You know what? Some people will make it out to be, so. That's it. Tom says give it 2 or 3 years and we'll be a top 4 side again. I think we will. I might see how we're going in Newcastle United, to be honest. Tommy's in chat. Oh. Oh, I reckon we will be, Pommy. I reckon we will be. We'll be better than Carlton. We'll be better than Carlton. We'll be better than Carlton. They will keep sacking their coaches.
I just finished watching The Grind. I mean, I still feel a little bit tired, but I don't feel as tired as I did a few minutes ago, though.
Yeah, so am I. Pommy, should I tell Pommy the rules that we got now? Probably may not know.
No, you don't need to rush. I will say this though, that if people think that we can't be top 4 the next 2 to 3 years, I think that's really crazy. I'm telling you now, with the list we have and the kids that we got, I know I'll probably be getting some caps in the comment section, or in the chat, but at least in 3 years' time, I'll say this right now: if we're not a top 4 team by the 3rd year, then I'll be very surprised. And that's no like bullshit. That's no that's me being genuine. Like I think we'll easily be a top 4 side in 3 years.
No, I don't think Carlton will.
What makes you think that Carlton will make finals if they haven't made finals since 2013? What's so special about this year that is going to make that happen?
No, I don't think they will. I think it's going to take time just to get used to the game plan of the new coaches. To be brutally honest, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Like, it's not going to be anything else. Because you can't trust Carlton. You cannot trust Carlton as a football club to be up there. So, I think if Carlton were to make finals, it will have to be a miracle.
Do you see Fremantle make I feel like I'm gonna come off as like the biggest asshole right now, but like I don't know
if they're ready. I just don't know if they're ready. That's the issue.
Yeah, and especially with Carlton having to adjust to a new game plan. I mean, I'm sure Tommy's going to disagree with me. It's not that I think that Ross will be a bad coach. I just don't think he'll be a great coach straight away, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think it's going to...
I could be proven wrong. I mean, hell, the AFL's going to start with or without me regardless, so regardless of what happens.
No, I think...
I didn't say Freo wasn't going to make finals in 3 years. I said that they weren't going to make finals next year.
I think, give it a couple of years for us, I reckon we'll play finals, because I'm confident with the list that we've got at the moment. If we keep making the right decisions, I reckon we're a chance. I think we'll finish 12th, and that's my honest opinion, and that's just not being biased at all. I just don't know if Fremantle are ready to take the next step. I have no idea. I think it's going to take a while for Carlton to get used to the game plan with Michael Voss. Same thing for Collingwood, mate. It's the same thing. That's not being biased at all.
But I think the difference between, and mind you, like, I'll fully admit, I don't know too much about Voss's background in terms of what he's actually done to get himself qualified enough to be a decent coach, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about what Voss has
No,
done.
it's
Since
not all
he's been
about
gone
that.
from Brisbane.
I think Nick Dacos is going to be a better player than Welsh. I can see that. I just think with Nick Dacos coming in and with the experienced players that we've got at the moment, I reckon when we get going with the game plan, I think we're going to be a much better team than what people.
The thing that makes me very hopeful is the fact that if you look at our team, we've got I mean, our experience list, there's not a lot of them, but there's enough to say that we've got a good balance between experienced and also youth.
Because I think the problem is with Fremantle, they don't have much of a forward line. I think it's either Taberner, who's the main goal kicker. So I think if they can get a forward, potentially might be better for them. Because at least we've got...
Who's the other key forward, Lob?
Yeah. They've got him as a ruck, I think, from memory.
Graz, if you're talking about right now, then yeah, I'd probably agree with you. Is that in terms of Andy Brayshaw right now, it's better than Nick Dacos.
Yeah, but I think
that's, you know, Nick Dacos, you know, only. How old is Nick Dacos? I don't know. Has he only just
But
turned
Walters
18,
is
he
I was going to say Walters is more than a half-full flanker. He's not really a marking option like you can stick on.
I actually don't mind Tracy. I actually like that kid, but I wouldn't call Tracy
Schultz is a little small
AFL
player
name
too.
yet, though.
Yeah.
But he definitely will. He's just not there yet.
Yeah, I think Schultz is going to get there, but it's all going to be different.
Yeah, Tom's exactly right there, where it's like, you know, is Brayshaw better than Dacos right now? Yeah, sure. But to say that that's the definitive answer on who's going to be better, well, we're not going to know because Dacos needs a couple of years in the AFL before we fully know how good
I think Dacos is really going to shine. He could win the Bryson Star.
Yeah. And I know Pommy has spoken about Dacos too, and I know some words that have come out of his mouth when Dacos has been mentioned. So I know Pommy can back me up that Dacos will be a very good player. So I know he's definitely praised his name too. So unless if he's going to come out and say that all the things that he has said has been all cap, Pommy's I think.
Yeah, because Pommy. Yeah, I think with Andrew Brayshaw, he can be a potential leader. It's that you hope that he can keep up the fitness as well. I think Cox will play soon. I don't think he'll play round one. I think because we got
you also got to add in Jamie Elliott in that too. And then
yeah, Jamie Elliott.
That's probably your forward six. And you could probably even take out, like, I don't know, even like Ollie Henry, put in Austin Elliott, or even, actually, let me get the team set up so I know.
Well, Sharon is a good kid, but people have been going on how good Nick Dacos is in the draft grades too.
Yeah, it's in terms of who's going to be better overall, it's kind of, because that's the thing, Dacos hasn't played a game yet, so we're not going to fully know how good he's going to be until he plays. But to say that he's, to say that he's not going to be a very good player, like all the games he played in the TAC Cup, like he was averaging, wasn't he averaging like 36 disposals and like...
Oh, at least, yeah. Man, no one, I don't think many players get that. I don't think many players do get that in their TAC Cup game.
I can't believe Judd said Dacos could be better than him. Or did Chris Judd say that? Since when did that happen?
Yeah, Pommy, when did that happen?
Well, what a start to the game that would have been. They certainly
And don't
didn't
forget,
play
Josh
for that.
Jacobs is going to be a star.
Tackling and winning the ball to boot.
Like, he's going to...
This is looking promising. A real opening now.
He said that on the AFL. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Might still be able to do
Okay.
the damage.
But isn't that just an opinion, yeah, Pommy?
He did what he had to do defensively.
Don't we all have opinions?
Well, that was a bit unlucky. 'Cause you just
Come on, man. You love me.
Yeah, I mean,
one of these chances.
yeah. And especially, come on, Pommy, like, I know you've expressed your love for
Nick
Dacos. Come on,
Dacos.
mate.
Yeah, come on. Don't be a softy
I've
now, mate.
literally seen you on literally in the fan cams of Swoop,
Bookable offence.
and basically saying this kid's one of the best.
Yes,
kids in
I
the draft.
120% agree with that. Fife is the greatest.
A decent idea, but a difficult
Don't know
task to
about greatest of all time, but he's the GOAT of Fremantle. I think Mundy's in that areas too. See, I can happily admit that, guys. You have to admit that. Man, I've seen Luke McFarlane play, and he was a good player for Fremantle. Jeff Farmer was another one.
advance, and a lot of options here.
It's just that with Fremantle at that time, they weren't really, like, they weren't that good of a team to do well. They were struggling. They played finals a couple times in the early 2000s, but didn't really do much.
This is looking threatening. Can they forge ahead? They do. And
McFarlane is the best defender, like the best defender ever, as in the AFL.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past.
I know other players who are better than Luke McFarlane. I'm not going to lie when I'm saying this. Dustin Fletcher.
Newcastle United get the ball moving again.
Like I know he was a fantastic player. Like I definitely we're not going to disrespect McFarlane, but like
Just
that's the
tackle
thing.
that was
Like when you
needed.
talk about the greatest players of all time, like that's such a prestigious and such a high honour.
Fred.
Have you heard of Weeders? Who's that, Tommy?
Encouraging stuff from United.
Mate, Darcy Moore's a better player than Jacob Wiedering. Yeah, I tend to agree. Matthew Scarlett was good.
And he's gone.
So was
Matthews.
Mal Michael, Justin Lepage. They were really good. Like that whole back six. 7 in the chat. Thank you
For
guys.
Brisbane.
Yeah, that whole back six of Brisbane, you feed him playing against them. Because they put fear into clubs. I think the only...
Stephen Silvani considered the best fullback of all time.
Yeah, I say he would be.
I mean, I can't say because I've never saw the guy play, but
Was a magical
whenever
save.
I have. He's actually a pretty decent player on the
Short corner taken.
on the stuff I've seen of him.
Time for us to get an update from Alex Scott. I believe Alex has been a goal at the King Power
What's
Stadium.
going on with TJ?
It's a goal for Leicester City. The goalkeeper did all he could, but no one was going to stop that one.
Oh, he's through here. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition
Um,
have any scraps.
Another player I reckon would have been
To Alex, apologies for having to
James
interrupt
Clement.
then.
He was really good for us.
And they now hold
And
the
Shane
ball.
Wakeland.
Wilson, well, it could be on for him here. And a goal to square the game. Edge of the seat stuff.
Well, here we can see it again, and he does so well to skip beyond the defender.
Who else was on the
Time to get his
the
shot
the,
away. That's a really nice goal.
the best players?
Well, United could certainly control the
Yeah,
ball.
Presti was another one that
In terms of
was really
creating
good.
chances, they've been well below their normal
That
standard.
was a selfish
Unless that changes quickly, it's going to be a really frustrating
selfish
game.
thing to do. Like when you knew you
Selfless.
can't.
That's the complete
Selfless.
opposite.
Selfless.
That's literally the complete opposite.
I meant selfless.
Yeah.
That was a selfless thing to do especially when you know you couldn't play.
Why
Who
is
sent me-
TJ spamming the hides at the moment?
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which
Fife is a future 3-time Brownlow medalist. And you reckon that we're biased and we're capping. He's not going to win a third grand.
Nah, I think you spend more time forward. You know who I can really see who was a really good player? And not many people talk about it? Yeah, Golzak was underrated. Does anybody remember, right?
But really sticking to their task defensively.
Used to play for, what do you call it?
Almiron.
I will say this though, I do think that Fife, at least right now, off the top of my head, with not much thought into it, I would probably say that Fife is probably the best Fremantle player of all time. Because there's so many others.
Or
And you've
another,
got what Pavlich, McFarlane.
for Richmond, I'll tell you who's up there. Gaspar, really good defender.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
And what about Ben Runnan?
As a player,
Yeah,
he was solid, but I don't think he was he. He was a player you had to respect, but I don't think, when we're talking like greatest fullbacks of all time, I don't think he would be in that conversation with me.
what about Ben Graham? He used to play forward and back.
Ben Graham. But Ben Graham's only known for the fact that he could kick the ball as the furthest.
That is brilliant.
Those other
Was
players
he
so good.
actually? Was he actually? Unless he, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about Mars, but like,
He did more than
Like,
just
it's-
kick the ball. He
Yeah,
did do
okay.
like a job. We know Anthony Rocker can kick the ball a lot further. We know that one.
yeah.
Jonathan Hay was another good player for Hawthorn. Jonathan Hay also played for North Melbourne as well.
Oh, what a chance this is, Derek.
Was he in like the mid 2000s? Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then that would explain it. Then. 'Cause I was only really a kid then.
Who else? Ashley McIntosh.
And I feel a bit sorry for the goalkeeper because he makes a very good save.
Yeah, Pavlich just.
The only thing that I would say that Pavlich might have over Fife is that Fife, the way he's finishing his career off is sort of like not the greatest. And I'm sure I'm going to be getting messages from Graz right now, but it just seems like to me, like, because he's been getting injured a lot, he's losing his ability.
Time for us to get an update from Alex Scott. I believe Alex has been a goal at the
Yeah, I
It's
can
not that he's
sort of.
losing his ability to play the game, but like the more injured he gets, the less the less things he can do on the football field, or do it to the standard that people know him for. So in that sense, that may cost him
I'm surprised he
being,
actually has.
quote-unquote, the best Fremantle player ever. I could definitely see that being. I could definitely see that being a factor that would come into it.
Well, he's so good in those 1v1
But I mean, they're both fantastic players.
Problem is, Fife is just getting injured at the moment. Like, having to have surgery,
Bro,
like.
so you actually want to know something? I actually would love for Fife to be back to his best. Like, watching Fife at his best is great footy to watch.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Yeah, just to just to put this out there, just because we're saying that, because that's the thing, like, you can definitely make the argument that Fife's last few years, where he's, been probably more injured than he has been right, in a body sense, It's definitely tanked his stocks for sure. I mean, I think there's no doubt in that. But yeah, I'd love nothing more for him to be fully fit and firing. Because when it comes to watching footy, a fully fit Nathan Fyfe just means that we get a better AFL product at the end of the day.
Even with Nathan Buckley, like towards a couple of years, he's been hamstrung off a fair bit.
Nah, come on, Grass. We can't be doing that now. we can't be doing that now. If you want to start saying that Fyfe is a future 3-time Brownlow medalist, you can't be saying that Dusty winning those Norm Smiths and grading to a fluke. You can't be saying that. Especially when you were trying to say that Fyfe is going to be a 3-time Brownlow medalist, or future 3-time Brownlow medalist. Come on, mate. We got to keep the same energy here.
I think Dusty's a better player than Fyfe at the moment.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we can have the ability to either like or not like players, but then also give credit or give criticism when it's due.
Yeah.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past.
Like even when it comes to Dustin Martin, when it comes to a final series, you really wouldn't want anybody else given his recent form. I mean, obviously the last season just gone is a bit different.
I think.
But all the years previous to that, when it came to finals, because I think that was also a massive reason why we probably bet them in 2018 in the prelim, because Martin went into that game, I think, somewhat underdone and probably a little bit injured too.
Yeah. But Welch's a go and the beast in the start. Yes, in a sort of way I do agree, Pommy. But having said that, he's going to have a couple down years. All young players do go through it, and mate, anything can happen.
No, I don't think Walsh is one of those guys where he'll be similar to Pedigree. He'll be really good for a really long time. He might. I don't know. It depends on how they go forward with him, and I mean the fact that they've got missing midfielders now, so he's got a little bit of support.
Fyfe's better than Dusty in it by a mile. Mate, premierships come into it. Dusty's a better player than Fyfe in finals. On the way, Fyfe is better than Dusty in that department. But if I go overall, I have to say Dusty. Because Dusty's a Brownlow medalist. Dusty's actually a 3-time premiership player.
One thing I will say with Dusty is that when it does come to a grand final, yes, he kicks goals and stuff, but he just has this knack of just turning up in really crucial and important points.
Yeah.
But then if you look as an overall game, it's not as.
Well, in the end, it was rather straightforward for the goalkeeper, Stuart.
Well, he has to do better there. That's a really poor finish.
No, but it's different when you win a flag and then you win the Norm Smith. That's different.
Yeah, Andrew McLeod's done it twice.
Last week?
They'll be happy to have regained possession.
Andrew
yes, he won a
McLeod's done
premiership medal,
it.
but he also won Norm Smiths. Which means that when he played in those big games, he wasn't just a passenger, he was actually one of the better players.
It was a risky challenge, but brilliantly executed.
Dusty is better than Jeff Farmer, because he hasn't won a flag. That's not the conversation that we had. Because that's the thing, when it comes to winning a grand final, you can win a grand final and be one of the worst players in the grand, and you could have been carried to a grand final. That's not what we're talking about. But you can win a grand final, but then also be the Norm Smith, which means that you were the best player on the ground.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Tom as well. Dusty single-handedly can win Richmond games. Yeah, I think. Mate, Matthew Scarlett, right? He's a really good player.
Also as well, I mean, I can also say that I think people try to make this narrative that Dusty does this all year round when it comes to a football season. That to me, I think is a bit, that's not true. Because in the home and away season, he does he definitely has a game here and there where he does play similar to how he does in the finals, but he doesn't do it every week.
And it's not being mad, it's just that Dusty can single-handedly win games of football off his own boot. That's...
Actually, the majority of the conversations I've had about Five, I've actually been backing him in. Like, I was even saying just before that he's one of the greatest Freo players of all time.
Yeah, he is. I have to admit,
So
Graz, Fife is a future Hall of Famer for Fremantle. Guarantee you. But if you're gonna go through with Dusty and you're comparing the two, Dusty is really strong one-on-one. And he's got that explosive pace. So I think teams
he just has this knack of just timing things really well.
Oh, he does.
Like, when it comes to a crucial moment in finals, he's just there. He's there doing something. Like, it's just such a... I don't know what you call it, but like, he just has this knack of just... When the ball's in the forward line and someone needs to kick a goal, he's somewhere there in the forward line kicking a goal in a grand final. And it's like,
Remember when Remember when bloody Leon Davis, when he can kick those great goals and whenever we needed to?
Yeah. I mean,
Pommy says here, to be fair, I reckon Fifey's better than Dusty by a hair.
Because just by picking one over the other doesn't mean the other player's terrible. Like, they're both fantastic players. Like, let's not get that twisted. Like, but then in saying that too, has Five's been injury riddled for what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
I
think,
right?
yeah, I think the injuries to Five, I don't know if he'll get back to his best. I hope he can. I really do. I want to see more Five dominating for Fremantle. Man, if I plays well against Carlton, Fremantle will win. Like, that's the facts. Like, come on, Grace. Even you agree with me on that one.
Sorry, what was that again?
If Five plays well for Fremantle, Fremantle will beat Carlton.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Fremantle play well, Fife is always, especially when he was, like, winning his Brownlows, like, whenever Freo would play well, Fife was always, like, one of the better players on the day. Like, I would definitely say that.
Yeah, but that's what, like, it's good about having Fife up forward. You can have Five out of the team and you know that the other players...
He's like 6'3", isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
He's over 190 centimetres, isn't he?
I think so. I think with Fife as well, I'll say this about the guy. If he's out, which is a rare thing, you can rely on other players to really back in the system and get the job done, yeah?
Yeah, 191 centimetres, there you go. So Penderbury height, basically.
Fife is a terrible forward, North says.
Yeah, he's set shots, definitely.
Yeah, I think the set shots are a thing that needs one.
Just to throw an idea out, Graz, do you think it might be better if he... I mean, obviously we know his best position is playing in the midfield. But instead of him resting up forward, could there be maybe, instead of resting up forward, he rests down back then? If he's not a good set shot? And then he sort of like plays off half back or something?
But Fife used to kick goals in the midfield. I think what they're doing now with 5 is they're going on and saying, okay, we can't rely on 5 to win us the game now. I think the same with Dusty as well. I think now that you watch, Richmond will go into the next couple years of now when they're getting older, they're going to have to start rebuilding. And I think this is a good time to do it. Like even Dangerfield and Selwood, you have them in the midfield, but with Dangerfield you can play him up forward. You really could.
That's the thing though, if Dangerfield kicks like 4 goals in a game, like he always shoots with like 40% accuracy, so if he kicks 4, it'll be like 4 goals, 6.
And the referee has awarded the free kick. He tried to play advantage, but it wasn't forthcoming.
And then the fact that he gets so much time on the forward line as well too. Like it's kind of.
But I can see why Justin Longmuir's done that. You wanna know why?
They're probably playing forward because he's had his injuries and stuff.
Yeah, I think because
5 up forward, then you're not playing at all.
Because they prefer 60 or 70% fit Nathan 5. It's better than 100% than 67% on somebody else.
Yeah.
But I think with 5 he can hit targets. Play him as a half or flanker, and I reckon he'll do really well.
Newcastle moving the ball forward. What can they do from here?
He can't.
That would have put them well on their way, Stuart.
Yeah.
Well, that could prove to be a
That's
big
pretty
miss.
much exactly
Surely
what we're
has to
trying to
score
say.
there.
Would you play 5
it's not
plus
to,
half
it's not
back?
to say that he's a bad kick overall. He just can't. He's just not known to. He's just not known to be hitting these set shots.
Would you play him off the half back flank or something, or put him as a tagger?
Getting forward.
Well, primarily I'd have him in the midfield. If he's fully fit and firing, you put him in the midfield, no questions asked. But if, for whatever reason, he needs a break, just because of his set shots being an issue, I personally would at least look at the idea of if he's going to rest somewhere, maybe rest him in the back line.
Would you say the same thing about James Hurd? I don't know if you've seen him play.
Yeah, I saw a bit. But he actually kicked goals, didn't he?
Yeah. Like, he was a really good player for Essendon. And I'm not...
Yeah, well,
I'm
if you
not...
kick goals, then obviously you rest up forward. But if you're going to rest up forward and you can't kick a goal, then why are you...
Because we did that with Buckley as well. We played him sometimes as midfield and play him up in the corner.
I mean, he wasn't... He was... As a small forward, he did the job to what a small forward would do, but to say that he was like, you know, one of the best or a very good small forward is not the case.
No, no. But you can also say the same thing like with the tall players, right? Scott Lucas was one that you can put him in defence or up forward as well, so you can have as a swingman sort of type thing. Who else? Ben Graham was another one. Matthew Pavlich could do that.
Careless in possession.
But Pavlich was more on the wing, wasn't he? He wasn't a...
No, he used to play in defence.
Can he finish? And he did so well to move across and
Yeah.
deal with the danger.
Was this like early on in his career?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Played over.
And I'll tell you one player who could do the job, who has played back and forward. Do you guys remember Nathan Bassett?
Che Adams.
Yeah, from Adelaide.
Yep.
Now it's Phillips. Bodies
Yeah, he
forward
was a
and the
lot like
press puts
Clement.
on.
He even had the same number as him too.
Almiron.
He was a really good player.
And still a
He
chance.
kicked 2 goals against us, twice.
Disallowed. Offside, Stuart.
Yeah, I think everybody switched off there. It was quite clearly going to be offside.
Oh, I'm offside. Yeah, look, definitely miles off.
Calvin Phillips.
Now, look, I think. Oh, who else? Leo Bowery was a good player for Sydney. Oh, Adam Hunter. He was another one.
Jay Adams.
Playing defence, he can also play out forward.
Was he from West Coast?
Yep. Daniel Chick used to play for Hawthorn and West Coast.
He was the dude that cut off his finger to play in the grand final, wasn't it?
I'm not too sure, maybe.
Couldn't quite hang on. And a goal.
It was a dude that played for West Coast that was a part of one of the Premiership teams. And they basically said that they weren't too sure whether he could play because his finger was all screwed up. So one night he just said screw it and he literally cut off his own finger. That was how bad he wanted to play.
Well, here it is again, and I feel a bit sorry for the goalkeeper because he makes a very good save to start with.
Would you say, oh, what's his name?
It's a very good finish.
What's that?
Would you say Alistair Lynch would be up there? Because he can play forward or back.
So 2-0 now.
Because he was really good at full forward. Like, he can kick. I know
But
that.
he was a backman to develop his craft, wasn't it? He wasn't
What can they do
there.
from here?
I mean, if you're there,
But
you're there
quick
to play.
thinking defensively.
Yeah, but they. In 2002, because I went to the Collingwood Brisbane game, he played up forward. And there was another player as well that was really good on his day. Like, kicked 5 goals against us in the granny, Jason Ackermanis. A lot of people.
It's so hard to defend against, but there's still plenty for him to do. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he's just able to keep him at bay and finishes with aplomb. It's a great goal.
He was really good around goals. Like, he can kick the freakish goals. Like Peter Dacos.
It truly is a question of how many.
3-time premiership player. Wow, that's something that.
He's just got to continue his run. A goal! And I'll tell you
And I'll tell you who's a really good player for Port. Dal Wakelin. He was really good. Played for St Kilda and Port Adelaide. Same thing with his brother, Shane Wakelin. Played St Kilda and Collingwood. But Dal Wakelin can do a good job. Warren Treadway was a really good player for Port. And Kane Corns. Kane Corns could actually tag. Gavin Wanganeen can play him in defence and up forward as well. And he can really get the job done. On top of that, so I think like when you look back at Port Adelaide on how good they were in that early 2000 periods, I think they would be, you know, if they won more than one premiership, I reckon they'll have their own little dynasty.
Spot on with that tackle. And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. And he's made headway.
Would you agree with that, Grass? If if anyone remembers, like players like Gavin Wanganeen and that, Dal Wakelin, would you say they were good players? Because I would. I'm just being honest.
I don't know too much about Darryl Wakelin. If we, ironically, the only thing I remember of Darryl Wakelin was when him and Lynchy were punching. I mean, they weren't really punching on because nothing was landing, but...
Oh, he got suspended for 10 weeks for that.
For lack of a better word, they were punching on in the goal square in the, 04 grand final.
Oh, that fucked up
Even
his...
though nothing was landing.
Man, you missed them. You have to admit, you do.
He was like throwing like 1,500 punches and did not land one. like both of them threw so many damn punches, but you know, not one connected.
Plenty to consider based on
Yeah,
what we've seen so far as the second
I
half
think as well, like, it's really good to see that. But there were other players as well, I think, that they're really good. Like Sav Rocco, no, he didn't win a premiership or anything, but what he did at Collingwood and North Melbourne, a lot of people don't,
takes the shot.
you know, rate him that much.
Keeper grabs it.
Oh, he's a super underrated kicker. Super underrated.
He and so is Anthony Rocco. Like, they both kick the ball a lot further.
Needs to stay level-headed now.
Nah, but Sav was still in an era when
Chance for them to revel.
people were kicking big goals. He was kicking the same amount of bags of
Let's
goals
see this
like
again.
anybody else.
This is counter-attacking football at its very best.
The Anzac Day game. Have you seen the Anzac Day game?
And accuracy, nothing the keeper can
Which
do about
one?
that.
95.
Yeah.
Some out-and-out pasting. 6
Yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while, but I know the result.
might really be able to trouble them here.
Like,
Because
he
that was
was,
the first one, yeah. The first one.
Yeah.
That's all for that effort.
he was really good
Yeah.
on that day.
Wilson.
You know, because people, you know, talk about Gary Albert, Lockwood, all those players. And I mean, right, so they're fantastic players too, but I think that, yeah, a little...
People need to recognise Severio Rocco. Wayne Carey
That
can.
was just as good.
And a goal kick it is. Well, we're highlighting
I seen Sav played
and giving the defenders
Well,
twice,
he scored good goals, but his all-round play has been
2002
scoring every
and
time he gets on the ball.
2006. And mate,
Is that both at North Melbourne?
yeah,
Yeah.
because Mick Malthouse got rid of him.
Well, we wondered
Because
if
he
this
wanted
deal
to stay at the
Really?
time.
Was that how it happened?
has now been done, Stuart.
Yeah, Mick Malthouse thought he should retire because of his knee injuries, and his knee was getting better,
Good signing this could be.
and he really wanted to stay, and Mick thought, nah, I think it's best for you to retire, so he ended up going to North Melbourne and got some decent games in. Play
Well,
like
some
over
of them
100
happened
games.
to Burgoyne, and look what happened to him. Port thought they were going to give Hawthorn a player that was going to be on Hawthorn's list for, you know, maybe a season or two. Turned out to be there for a freaking century.
Bodies
Yeah,
forward
that's
and the
it.
break looks on. He's in here.
Alright, I'm going to have a quick 2-minute break and be back soon, alright?
Yeah, I might end at about 10 o'clock, I think, if there's
Yeah,
nothing
I
else.
should be back by then.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Alright,
look at this again.
I'll
Derek.
go head off and I'll be back as soon as I can.
Change his hands. He's so quick, and his movement's so
Alright,
clever.
so-
Once he gets
Alright,
into it,
cool.
there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal!
Rafinha. Shelby. A real opening now. Well, it was down to whether or not he could beat the keeper, and that question has been answered.
Well, I'm all for players striking through the back of the ball with power, but he has to hit the target from there.
So making the substitution now. Junior Firpo. The drama of the Carabao Cup, and it's live with us here on EA TV. It's Newcastle United facing Arsenal.
Well, it's great to have a break from the league for the players and the fans. Everybody loves this competition, and so do I. It should be a good game.
Callum Wilson, and they've won the ball back following that challenge. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. An inability to keep hold of the ball there. And top-notch as well as brave goalkeeping.
Well, he comes off his line at just the right time. He read that brilliantly.
Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Could it be? Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment. It's It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. He continues his run. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. Opportunity, Saint-Maximin couldn't grab hold of it. And beyond the last defender, offside. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Calvin Phillips. Rafinha. Well, this is the home of live football, EA TV. And a quick reminder, we have live action from the Carabao Cup coming your way. It's Leeds United facing Sheffield United.
Well, the cup always whets the appetite, and that one's no different. It should be a...
Oh, wait a minute, Stuart. Opportunity. And he's through here. Well, he had the chance. He went for power. He might be regretting that now.
Well, he got his angles all wrong there. That's a poor miss.
And unable to keep the ball. Rodrigo. Now this is Suarez. Nicely timed tackle. Tremendous ball played through. Phillips. Rodrigo. Jack Harrison has it. Denis Suarez. Rodrigo. Well, he was keen to give that one a go. Sadly, lacking a bit of accuracy.
Three hours of screaming.
Well, pressing really high. Well, we are going to have a decent amount of stoppage time. 3 minutes to be exact.
Alright, I'm back.
Right, sweet.
Great opportunity. Well, as he hit that one, it looked as though it had a chance.
3 hours of streaming tonight. Wow. Guys, I'm not going to stream tomorrow because obviously Squib Luke is streaming their draft.
What did you make of it?
So I'm going to join his stream. It's only fair. Just let people be prepared. There's 3 in the chat, which is good. I want to get...
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Who's watching...
Who's watching what?
in the chat at the moment? Like to know.
Only having the participants.
Yeah, it was North Express, Tom, maybe, Pommy. Oh man, this chick's hot.
Or the one that's about to answer the question.
Yeah. Come on, you have to admit that.
Thanks so much for your time.
I don't really think, like, when it comes to video game characters like that, I don't really. Because as a video game character, I'd never go down that path. I don't know, maybe I might be the weird one in this, but... yeah, I normally tend to not go down those paths when it comes to video game characters mostly.
Oh, absolutely. I've got to behave myself now.
So how do you think the draft's gonna go?
Dacos would go, if I were to be honest with you, either pick 2, pick 4. I reckon.
So you don't reckon he'll go pick 3? So he's got more of a chance to go pick 2 than pick 3, you reckon?
Yup. You wanna know why I say that?
Why is that?
Because if if anything, we will get him regardless, right? So we're guaranteed that we're getting a chance to go for it whenever we need to.
Do you think the Giants could just
match
look at
fit
it
it?
and go, well, we got pick 2 out of this. We got a pretty good deal in the end. You know, why don't we just throw Collingwood a bone and we'll just ignore Dacos? Do you reckon
Yeah,
that could come into play, or?
I reckon they might. I reckon they might.
Because apparently according to the Giants, they want a tall. And they know if they're going to go get a tall, they'll either have... I mean, they're obviously not going to get Darcy, but, you know, obviously, you know, you'd rather put yourself in a position to get someone like that than not.
100%. But that's why I see how that we're gonna rise. Because people are saying, "Oh, you're being biased." I say, "Well, guys, like we've got a plan. Like it's gonna take a while to get used to the game plan, and I think that's serious enough."
I think, like, the fact that we gave the Giants pick 2. Yeah, I wonder if there is a bit of a... Giants, like, looking at this going,
Well,
at the
what a
end,
game
like,
we have in store for you
got
today.
pretty good
The
value
hype
out
has
of this
been
trade.
building all week, and we're just moments away from kickoff
Because I can
time.
guarantee you
Stay
now
tuned
that
for the
if
live
we got
action.
what we
Hello
got,
and welcome to one of the most
and we knew we
atmospheric
had pick 2,
venues
the
in
trade
game of
definitely wouldn't have
football,
happened. We
St.
definitely would have
James's
lost some
Park.
more.
I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray.
And we would have had enough points to get Dacos, yeah? Let's be honest.
Stuart Robson. And live action coming up from the Carabao Cup.
So even if we got enough to get Dacos,
Well, Derek,
we planned ahead.
And although we're a long way away
Yeah.
from the
I think
final,
even
both
if we
teams
had
will be
picked
looking to
2,
put
I
their
reckon we
place in
would
the
have...
next round in the hope
It would have
of a
been
good
so
run
interesting to
in
see
this tournament.
what we would have done. Because I would have loved if we...
This looks promising.
Get Dacos
Traded
without
out
having to
pick
beat
2.
him.
Keeping to touch it over.
Yeah, but like if we traded out pick
An
2,
Arsenal corner.
but then say
Oh, great attacking
we
play.
get, say,
Well, a bit short with the clearance.
I don't know, would a team would trade what 3 first round picks for pick 2?
At
You
least.
reckon?
Yeah.
Well, not
There's the
at least,
replay,
like,
and you can see
anything more
why the
than
manager is
that's
furious.
stretch.
It's just really poor play.
'Cause I mean,
Offering up
what,
possession
Adelaide
far too easily in a
tried to-
dangerous area, and at this
tried to
level,
give 3
if you
first
keep
round
doing that,
picks.
you're going to get punished. It's just not good enough.
And they
And Newcastle pushing forward with
and they haven't
options
gone
available.
up to North Melbourne's pick 1, so even if we had to, I don't know, even if we had to give back a second or something like that, if we got 3 first round picks and we traded out pick 2, I mean that's a pretty darn
Well, as you
good,
can
or
see,
even like 2
this is
first rounders in a
absolutely
second or
brilliant.
something.
He's such a good runner with the ball, and it's
You
a
know,
great
that's
individual goal.
because then at that point we definitely like
So in business
we
once
probably
more,
would have
on the
had
back
so
of
many
that
points
very
that
important
we probably would have had so
1-1.
many points at that point that like we would have had to easily have covered. We would have got Dacos in the end, but then also with what
good
would have
vision.
been left with, at the very least we would have had maybe what 2 first round picks on top of Dacos on top of the 2.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
And we would have effectively gotten, I don't know, let's just say Dacos and pick 14 and 16. Like, that would have been a fantastic result.
Oh, for sure. How many likes do I have so far?
Well, nothing comes of it. It looked
From
promising.
my end, it shows you've got 10.
And space to exploit.
And you
maybe.
can't see the dislikes, yeah?
Oh, surely. And another one. 2 quick goals. Will it turn out to be the 2-punch knockout?
After
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive, and it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
yeah, one dislike. Wow. I've got 9 likes, it still hasn't updated.
So back underway, 3-1 the score.
I need to refresh the page maybe. Because it definitely is showing 10 on mine.
I believe y'all.
Now far from the ideal pass.
At least I can see how many dislikes there are. Yeah, because then I can see like with people like us, like you know who, I'm not gonna mention his name, he'll get so many dislikes on his videos, and it's just like, well, it's the type of person that he is. So,
Yeah, but he makes a video and like he basically makes a video and then he's like, oh, I don't know where I get my
Well, here's the
criticism
replay,
from.
and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. And
he's not getting the views that he should be.
Nothing the keeper can do about
You know what, I reckon that's actually the reason. It's not the fact that he's got, he thinks that we're more successful in terms of subs, it's because of the views. Because if you look at our views and his views, they're actually pretty much the same. But yet he's got like 10 times more the subs that we do. So maybe that's what's annoying. Is that he looks at, because he obviously looks at the views and he looks at the subscriptions and stuff. And he probably looks at the video and he goes, oh, I've got 1,700 subs, but then, I think there was one video he had, it was like 160, 170 views. I had I mean, even for me, I had a video that was about 160, 170 views. I think it was a video from like last week. That was a stream. So,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, maybe it could be that, but at this time, at this point in time, like, he's just so far gone from my thoughts at this point that...
And that's why I'm not mentioning his name. Like, I'm not mentioning his name at all. I think it's because it's driving him to try and ruin other people's streams. Because he knows that he can't get that many views and all the rest. And it's just like, well... I can get that. You know, I may not get so many subscribers, but I don't want to be like what he does just to get this subscribers up, because then people are going to watch that and go, no, look, we can't go with you because of this. Like, that's why you got to think about it. And he thinks that he's the king of YouTube, and I've seen Katie McDonald do really well on YouTube. And yet he might have missed out on some opportunities, but at least he's got some opportunities as well. So I think with that, like, it's even better that you get that opportunity. On top of that as well. So I think, you know, if you can get a job out of YouTube, why not? Like, that's the simple fact. Is in life, because like you can't be bully other YouTubers, you can't be doing exposed videos, because then because people are gonna go, oh, well, we don't care what this person's like to you outside of YouTube. We're watching his content, and we don't really care.
Concession of a corner here.
Yeah. Also as well, real quick, if anybody does have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure you guys know the topics that we talk about: AFL, cricket, basketball, video games, all that good stuff, movies, TV shows. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to the movies.
Yeah, I've seen stories so far.
Very few would lay a glove on
I
them.
saw Halloween Kills.
Well, let's see this again.
What's that rock
This is
one?
counter-attacking football at
Jungle
its very
Cruise?
best. And when he gets
And then
onto
I
it, he
saw
decides to go for power.
Runs Gone
It's a
Wrong.
really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no
On the
chance.
weekend, I think it was.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look
Actually,
at the
the
score.
last one's not that bad.
So
It is an animated kids
Forward
movie, but I
delivers the
actually did
news.
one. But
2 minutes of stoppage time.
3.5 hours of streaming, guys. Thank you very much for the support. 4 people in the chat. That's really a good sign. As well on top of that, because this is the only chance I get of doing this.
Highlighting him for a reason. He's bossing the game, Stuart, and giving the defenders headaches.
Well, he's been at his best today. He just seems to get his shots away so easily, and he's taken his goals really well. Brilliant stuff from him.
Oh, you know who's another player who was a really good player? That played up forward? Matthew Lloyd.
yeah.
Who was another one that used to play up forward?
The second half is underway, and my goodness, the
What, for
Magpies
Essendon?
really took flight in the first 45.
No, we
Will
had...
be a repeat performance this half.
Oh. We had Cameron Rooney, Steve Johnson,
Well, they've won the ball back quickly.
Nick Rewalt, Stephen Milne.
Callum Wilson.
They were really good
Mr.
forwards.
Hendrick. Oh, managing to beat him. Oh, denied by the keeper.
Well, what more can you say? That's goalkeeping at its very best.
And there's the
Jonathan
delivery.
Brown and Alistair Lynch, that was a really good pair.
But the goalkeeper
And
always
Daniel
seemed to have it
Bradshaw.
covered.
Yeah, I am Caver.
Partey. Plenty of column inches have been devoted to this story. Fabian may be on his way to Leicester City, Stuart.
Well, if the papers are right, the figure being banded about is around £40 million, which, although is a lot of money, I think is a fair offer. We'll Napoli let him go at that price. We'll know in the next few days.
Surely, a goal!
Oh, yes.
Really being spoiled.
Now, this is going to be the last game, guys, and I'm going to get to bed because I've got work tomorrow.
Aouar. Well, he's got past his man. Possession changes hands. The interception there.
But
Callum Wilson. And he might be-
8:15.
Oh, marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, it's a top-class save from a top-class goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, those stats tell you everything. They're opening up the opposition at will, and while we've seen some really poor defending, their attacking play has been excellent.
And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on EA TV. It's Newcastle United taking on Watford.
I'm getting good at FIFA 22 and I just got I got it late. So, yes.
30 minutes to go then.
Oh, half an hour to go, okay. Watch me dominate in another half an hour play.
Showing good defensive judgment. The right place to cut out the pass. Oh, good looking run. Keeper getting the touch. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Well, it stopped a promising attack in its tracks, and you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here. And a yellow card it's going to be, Stuart.
Yeah, the ref's got that right. It's a yellow card all day long.
Bukayo Saka. Really closing him down here. As clean as a whistle, that challenge. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Arsenal facing Spurs. Partey. They've lost it. Well, the counter chance.
Oh, here we go. He.
Well, it looks
Oh,
like
that's
there
a
could be
free
trouble
kick.
here. He's already been cautioned.
Yes.
Race is run.
Yeah, he just lost his discipline there. That's a really poor challenge. He should have been taken off much earlier.
The pass could do damage. And a goal!
Down to 10 men, and we've beaten Arsenal.
Just can't stop him today.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and the timing of the run is just as good. As for the finish, it was never in doubt.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Went in strongly, decisively. Well, the seconds are ticking away, and the home side in control. Stuart, what have you made of this?
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think they've looked an outstanding team today.
Has a go. Well, going for power, and so close to finding the net.
You guys have been great for me tonight. Oh, that's a free
Based on that
kick.
challenge, you wouldn't be at all surprised if the referee reaches for his pocket. Well, it is a yellow card, and it seems to be a problem of discipline here, Stuart.
This is getting out of control. They've got to refocus here and get their composure back.
Real defensive commitment there. Just 10 minutes remaining here. Partey's threaded pass.
Oh,
Couldn't
too
beat
far.
the keeper, unfortunately for him.
Well, I think that's a bad miss. He just never looked convincing as he went through there.
And the substitution will occur now. And Willian on the move here. But nothing comes of it.
Chance to be
Oh,
dead.
beating his opponent with ease. Able to get
Are
the
you
ball
gonna
away.
get Cricket 22 when it comes, when it comes out? I didn't know you pre-order it or not.
Yeah, I've already
Who
got
can
it.
he pick out?
I've already got it down.
It hasn't come to very much. Saka. Lokonga. Oh, big opportunity. That's high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a fantastic save. He's such a good keeper.
Maybe I should just get on a actual PlayStation. So
And over comes the corner. Just far too close to the goalkeeper. Extremely sloppy in possession. Awar.
alright.
Shot attempted. Body in the way. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know.
Oh, we're
The
doing all
referee has
good.
decided to add on 3 additional minutes. And the defending not the best here. It might be. A goal!
8-0, 8-1 I should say.
This is attacking football at its finest.
Alright. Nearly 4 hours of stream, guys. Thank you very much. This is practically the last game for you guys. I can't stream all night. So I'm going to end my stream after the match, which is just about now. So
Well, what a good attacking display that was. The passing, movement and creativity were of the highest quality. They'll certainly be confident going into the next round.
But it just seems in this game he's been a step ahead of his opponents in every way, Stuart.
Well, he fully deserves the match ball. He was outstanding today, both with his skill and movement. What a performance that was.
Hi guys, thank you very much for watching my stream. We have come at the end of the stream as well. 9 likes and 1 dislike. I'll just repage that, I think, as well, just to double check it. It's still coming up as 9. So, yeah, look, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I gotta get to work tomorrow. Do you have anything else to say, Sean, or not really?
Just obviously thanks to everybody tuning into the stream. Obviously if you haven't hit the like button, make sure to give, the stream a like. If you haven't subbed already too, make sure to give the channel a sub so you can keep up to date with future content. Also make sure to check out the link up top with the pinned comment to check out my channel as well. I'm hoping to obviously you know, get some content out there fairly soon. Just obviously got a fairly busy week this week, so even though I did do that update, but yeah, just ever since that video came out, yeah, my availability has just not been, has just been very few and far between ever since that video came out, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll make sure to turn that around as soon as I can. But no, it was obviously a good stream, and yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, also check out both our channels. Make sure you subscribe for more future content. But until next time, we'll be talking about our draft picks. So I'll try and get that out tomorrow. Hopefully it's not raining. I don't think it should rain tomorrow, but I'll get that out and see how we go. So I think, yeah, it's all good for the rest of the day. So yeah, it should be fun. As you guys know, Thursday I've got basketball, so I'm not going to be streaming at all. So I'll probably stream on Friday if I can. But until next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See ya, and good night, everybody.